It's March Madness in my pants. Thought I was taking my B12, but accidentally took a Viagra.
Well, hello, boys and girls.
Hi.
What a wonderful day it is today in our money-based economy. Well, sit back and relax and get ready for the guy who's about to ruin everything.
I'm puzzled. Are you really seriously suggesting that Jesus Christ was a mushroom?
Wait, Jesus was a mushroom Roberts.
Yes. You are dealing with a secret cult, a secret society.
Welcome to Waning Interest.
Welcome to the Waning Interest Podcast. Number 126, March 22nd, 2024. Whoops, the babbling dabbler, the smallest click on the internet. Pinball Brain, your favorite machine. It's like a diary or a book, but not as stale or coherent, and it's better because Susie's here, because, she can do some editing. From a more mentally challenged Forrest Gump. Welcome. Hello, Susie?
Hola. ¿Cómo
Or,
estás?
not Susie. You mean not with a Z.
Not with a Z. I'm good. Having my lovely rosé with hints of strawberry and white citrus. It's good.
Strawberry and white citrus. What?
White peach and citrus, I'm sorry. I had to read the description.
White citrus. My God, they're taking over.
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm just a little, I don't know, maybe stoned.
Not you.
Only on number 2 so far, by the way. We got ding ding, number 2.
All right.
Number 2. Yeah, I was I don't know, man. I guess I was having like a little paranoid moment, and I'm like, wait, because I'd sent a couple of things to people. I'm like, wait a minute, did I send the right shit? Did I send the right thing? And I had to go back, and it made me think of an accidental pic that I sent one time years ago. That I figure I'd repeat that. It's been a long time since I told the story. I think I told it to Danny on like Whip 82 or 3 or something. I don't know, but I don't remember what was it. Maybe 2008, I think it was, and the girl that I was seeing, Christina, she knew of my mushroom love of all that stuff, and she was at her parents' one day. Oh, and this is back when we had the flip phones. It's like that. I think I had that shitty Sprint flip phone, and I never took pictures on it, hardly. There was like 7 pictures on the thing, and it's mainly from Riley just grabbing my phone board while we're driving around and just taking pictures of whatever, and mostly blurry shit. It was no big, I didn't use it because the pictures it didn't matter. Everything was crap. Anyway, but Christina sent me, she was at her parents' house to feed the animals, and there was a little mushroom in the yard that she saw, a neat little one, that she took a close-up pic of it and sent it to me. And I got it, and it was neat, but the way she took the pic, it kind of looked like a dick. Of course, it's a mushroom butt. And so I thought it would be funny. And I didn't. This is not something I normally do, but I went ahead and I took a pic of my dong. But I did it. It didn't look like, you couldn't tell at first. You had to actually look to see. Is that a dick pic? What the fuck is that? It wasn't like, hey baby. It was, I did it, tried to make it look like the mushroom, the thing that she said. I did the whole angle. Oh, I was doing this whole thing. I needed light. I need better light. Oh, I need powder. No, my pecker needs powder. Anyway, so I take that pic and I sent it to her. And she loved it. She thought it was hilarious. I immediately fucking deleted it in that gallery there, where your pictures are. At least I thought I did. And then, I don't know, a month and a half later or something like that, I shoot this film. And the last night of shooting, at least the last night of shooting with the lady who played my girlfriend, we realized we didn't get a pic together before it's all over and we're done working together. she said so, and I was like, anybody got to, well, here, just use my phone. Here, take this pic. I gave somebody my phone. They took a pic of us, right? And then she's standing there right next to me, kind of like you are, virtually. And she's looking right at the picture on the thing as I'm typing in her email. And I go, boom, send, nice, boom, hug, bye, blah, blah. And we got along great. There was never anything. And she was married. And she had nude scenes, and I'd be the first one. As soon as they yelled cut, I'd be and throw the blanket right over her. I was, acted more like I was like the split. I went from being her boyfriend to her brother. So I send the pic, and then I talked to the director a couple times the next couple days because he's looking through the footage. He calls, tell me it looks really cool. He's really happy. And about a week, something like a week later, he calls again, and I'm like, how good is it, man? And he's like, this isn't good. And I went, what are you talking about? What do you mean? He goes, dude, and I'm thinking, the whole time I'm thinking he's joking when he tells me this. He said, so-and-so said that you sent her a dick pic. I was like,
Oh, God.
get the fuck out of here. That's impossible. I don't have any dick pics. Why would I send her a dick pic? Well, blah, blah, blah. And she sent it to me, and he's like, what are you talking about? And I can't figure this out. I haven't remembered yet. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Are you fucking with me, dude? Are you fucking with me? This is impossible. What are you talking about? I go, I sent her the pic. She watched me send the pic. She watched me literally do it. And I go, here, I'll send you the pic. And we hang up the phone. I go, here, I'll send it to you. I go to her, the pic of me and her, and I send it to him. He calls back going, dude, what are you doing sending me your dick pics? I'm like, what are you talking about? And at some point it hits me. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Wait a minute. That's the only thing I've ever done was that thing a bunch of weeks ago, like last month, whatever it was for Christina. I deleted that shit.
Oh,
What
my
the fuck?
God.
And somehow I went in and figured it out where it was in two other folders. It was just weird shit with that phone that I didn't know existed. And luckily, in that meantime, I didn't send anybody anything because it was in the day when you didn't do that much anyway. And like I said,
Yeah.
the pictures it wasn't very good stuff. It wasn't like today's camera on the phone. But anyway, I was like, I'm going to write her and I'll tell her, the mistake. No. I'll handle it. Like, you believe me, right? My girlfriend will tell you. I know she's going to believe me.
Oh, my gosh.
When I told her the story, she was like, holy shit, she fucking howled because she knew I wasn't, wasn't like, hey, baby, because she knew the picture. It wasn't a, hey, sexy. It was, you had to go, oh, neat. Is that a mushroom? No, that's a dick. That's what it looked like. It wasn't, like I said.
Are you sure it didn't get on the internet? I may have found it.
Oh, no. What have you done? What have you done?
It's blue.
It's Blue from Blue's Clues. But that... What?
You know who that is?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's Cherry.
It's Cherry
from
from...
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Is it? I didn't really get into Pee-wee's Playhouse. It's Cherry. I get it.
She has a mouth.
Damn, that is one ugly chair. It looks like it has bad breath, too. That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, kind of like that, where you had to look at it and go, what the fuck
What is
that? Yeah. That's what my dick pic looked like. And it's fun. The funny thing is, today, same thing. You take a pic. What the fuck is that? Yeah, so that's one of the Friday oops. I love those oops stories.
That's crazy. Did it send more than one picture or just sent that one? When you sent it?
Yeah, and she never even got the fucking pic that we took of together, apparently. It just, for some reason, attached that. Every time I went to send, even like I said, I sent it. I tried to send it to Ari when he calls back. He goes, I go, dude, what are you doing?
Oh my
I didn't
gosh.
do it on purpose. It was so weird. Kind of like a weird
Was-
thing with phones, man. There was time where a lady from high school that I didn't even have her phone number. We were just friends on Facebook, and we don't message or anything. We don't really talk about whatever. Just one of those friends.
Yeah.
You know, she's busy in Hawaii, and I was working at. I was on the air at KCRW one night. Must have been 2011, and all of a sudden my phone is just ringing. I'm like, who's that? What number is that? I went ahead and picked it up. I didn't know if, and she didn't know who I was either at first. And we're trying to figure it out. I'm like, Shannon? What happened? Or somehow, I don't know how lines got crossed, but she wasn't even trying to call me. Didn't even have my number. And for some
Okay.
reason, my phone rang and it was her. Nice conversation.
Oh, that's
Like,
weird.
I wish I could do this longer, but I'm Morgan. I'm Morgan, baby. I'm on the air. I'm on the radio on KCRW. I'm on the radio.
You think maybe she called you?
Who's saying?
Maybe she somehow called you on Facebook or something, because you can make calls through Facebook, like through Facebook Messenger,
Right,
even
but
if
I
you don't
didn't
have the
even.
person's number.
Right, but it wasn't even back then. No, because
No,
it wasn't on the Facebook thing. No, it was my actual phone number.
that's
It went
weird.
right through the phone. So I don't know. It was weird. Just random, funky shit. So of course, after we hung up, I sent her a dick pic.
That's why she called you.
That's what she called it. So, oh, where'd it go?
What you want to see?
No,
You
no.
want
I
to?
was looking for Juan. Juan's gone. I was gonna
Oh,
play
what happened
Juan.
to Juan?
Juan's
Where do you?
gone,
Where do you
Jess.
go?
So while we don't have Juan, I'll just play some Mos Def for a second.
I don't believe these motherfuckers been to the moon neither, but that's just me.
I don't think you heard him. Did you? I didn't hear him either.
I don't believe these motherfuckers been to the moon neither, but that's just me.
God, I love that moment. See, now it's different. That's not the
It's
same
mine.
thing. That's not the way it normally is up. And
No.
plus it was muted.
Was it?
Yeah. So while you're doing that, we'll look at this. And it's the cool part is on Instagram, this is Wayne Visual. And of course, it ain't me. But go to Wayne Visual on Instagram to see that shit. I'm sure there's other places as well. That is some cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's the kind of music you want on when you're doing the mushy. Makes it a lot nicer.
It's very relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Which you need, especially during the come up. Oh, that's right. We talked a little about mushy last week. Or last week, Tuesday. Yeah, that's right. I babbled a bunch about E.T.
Oh yeah. All right, he's over here.
Did it work right?
You heard it, right?
I heard it, but I didn't know if it cut off. See, when I play it, I don't get that first second. I don't get the. I don't get the beginning when I play
He
it.
was
By
he
the
was
time
serious.
it comes up for me, at least in the ear and I only hear the. What were you say?
I said he was serious.
He was serious. Was that bourbon? Was that a bourbon night you said?
Yeah. Definitely.
And you're getting rain, you say, there in the Florida?
It's been raining all day today. Last night, I believe like overnight it rained, and it's just been rainy all day, and it's gonna keep raining.
We're supposed to get over a foot of snow.
Ooh.
Which, of course, I believe that the last thing I think somebody said could be 2 feet. And I'm like, they always say that, and it always ends up, being 23 inches.
Mm-mm.
An inch off. Well, we're back to talking about my penis. Hey!
And then, of course, you just stay home, right?
Well,
You're
yeah,
not going anywhere, are you?
no.
23
When I got all
inches?
ready, I went and got some more green, some herb, and plenty of tea. And no, I don't plan on going anywhere. It's Saturday. No, it's the best time to stay home and just watch more podcasts and bowling. And and maybe sing a little bit. I haven't been doing it as much lately. Needed a break from the songs, I guess.
When are you guys doing something again?
I don't know, but it's there's going to be a lot coming up, I believe, after this thing tomorrow night with the Saturday night special show. It's supposed to be on, and that thing that we did on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Those supposed to air on there, and then I'm assuming that Luigi will put them up on his YouTube, which would be super cool for people to see. Because it's gonna. I don't know. I'm really excited to see how sharp it looks.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the rehearsal thing to look as good as it does. And I wish I'd had put a little more reverb on my mic that day. Would have sounded a little better. But talking about the Lords, people. We're talking about the Lords. And speaking of music, that's what I wanted to say. That I want to put out because I know there's some musicians that are whips that are part of the pack. I want to see some art, people submitting some art, and I want writing lyrics because for Susie we need some kind of song, and a song I could play without being copied, getting pinched. Anyway, take Rosanna by Toto and rewrite the lyrics like we used to do in radio. I don't want to do it because I got other things shit to do. See? And see what people. I'd love to see something happen with that. See if people, and we can email waitinginterestpodcast@gmail.com. Oh, and of course, there's the Twitter, the Instagram, Patreon. We're gonna be sticking some stuff up there, if I could say that. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
You can do live stream shit there. Thinking, but I'd like to get a few more whips before we do that.
You can live stream on Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I have no idea how to do it because I've never done it, but I saw it when I was posting stuff up. Because if you go to the Patreon, there's nothing, everything that's on the YouTube is there. So there's not this. It's all up there for free. You can choose to be a Patreon or not, but we're going to do some special stuff that is only going to be for patrons, whips, part of the Waning Interest podcast pack. But I think that would be hilarious to see. That'd be great to see if somebody submits, and also I get some MP3 of somebody, Susanna, blah, 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 and then see if they can hit that note too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I can do that. No. I can't do it in front of everybody. I'm scared. Oh man, I could do it if it's playing. I swear, if it was playing, I could do it along with it. But right now, because the Viagra, it's making it hard. I didn't mean that to
oh man,
hit those high notes, but that would be neat. Susanna, and throw some lyrics in there, and of course there'll have to be some parts in the song, of course, where you have the. It has to. There's got to be some Juan. Jess, what?
It's got to be better than having "Oh Susanna" sung to you
Oh God.
like your whole life. In elementary school, in music class, that was one of the songs. And so I was the only Susanna in my elementary school class.
So everybody's staring at you while singing along. You're like, what?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, of course. And then there'll be some time when I'll have a pop of inspiration somewhere along the line, and because I play that song now that I pulled it up and played it just for fun for you for a couple weeks ago, blaring back there.
Yeah.
Now because it's always it's always in my little the mix thing there on the music. Not the mix, but right on the top row, of course, because I've played it a few times. So now it's up there. One night, I'm gonna get inspired and I'll write some lyrics myself. I'll just go,
Right.
Juan, yes, Juan, Susanna, Juan, yes. And then, obviously, again, I have to end. We'll work on it. That's what we do around here, right? Hey, why don't you take over for a minute?
Work in progress. Is your bladder full? What's going on?
Oh, no, just
Okay, what's kicking in?
dry
The
throat.
tea? Is
No,
it the
just dry
tea, the
throat
gummy?
Yeah, it's a little bunch.
Which one?
It's a bunch. But also dry throat from doing all the fucking babbling.
Well, you're the babbler.
That's
The
right.
dabbling babbler.
Babbling dabbler.
There you go. The babbling dabbler. Did you show this picture yet?
Oh, which one? Oh, the Paul Stamets one?
Yeah,
That's pretty badass.
it's pretty.
Speaking of dicks, I mean
So-
mushrooms.
What I read from his description is he was working with an artist and kind of gave her an idea, but she kind of built on it. She started with one idea and like she just with his input, she just kept building and building until he said it got to a point where he was like, okay, I think we got it now. So he had it commissioned. I guess must be maybe a painting or a lithograph or something in his that's in his home, but it's beautiful.
Amazing. It's So if you're watching or listening, it's Paul Stamets on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah.
And Paul is he's kind of like the Terrence McKenna of today, but he doesn't he talks more about the other all mushrooms instead of just the
Right.
the tripping part. Even though
Right.
I swear I've watched his Rogan when he was on Rogan years ago.
I believe I saw that one.
Swear I've watched that 7 times.
Really?
I went to sleep to it a few times. Just something nice conversation to fall asleep to.
Yeah. Yeah, he shared this on his Instagram.
But did you know that on that Star Trek Discovery, the Anthony Rapp the guy who was also he was in Dazed and Confused. He was the kid, the blonde kid with the glasses at the beginning of the movie says something about, what was it, having a sex dream about George Washington or something like that.
Yeah.
He was Adam Goldberg's friend. He plays. He plays Paul Stamets on that show. He plays that they named the character after Paul. In that first season, I only saw the first 2 episodes and went, yeah, I don't need them. I'm not into this. Apparently, as it went on, the core of the core of everything was the spore. And but yeah, they actually named that character after Paul, and also Anthony Rapp, that guy, that actor. He's the one from the Kevin Spacey thing who said that Kevin Spacey,
Oh, really?
whatever, when he was like 14, 15, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
Same dude.
Same dude. where maybe you weren't. I think you weren't there the day that Kevin Spacey came over to the station to do a, to do a. I think he was on Zeta,
Which building? The
Miami.
the Miami building, not the
Yeah, you
Miramar building.
probably weren't there. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
Miramar. We were still in Miami. Yeah, he came with a whole entourage. There was, I want to say, a good 50 people outside the station waiting for him because they knew he was coming. And he pulled up in his black Cadillac Escalade with another one behind. And like he had, God, maybe 6, 7 guys surrounding him. It was like Secret Service. And he, like, I remember Glenn Richards, the producer. So it was Zeta. He had to come downstairs and wait for him to get out of his car, and he just like brought the whole group in. Like usually they'd stop at the desk, and say, hey, we're here to do an interview on whatever. No, for him it was like, he was covered by all his people, put him in there, and then they closed off remember the dead studio between Big and Love and Zeta. So the dead studio was closed off, like, to everybody. Nobody, like, no staff, nobody could go in because he was there. It was like a whole thing, like this whole production.
It was
like,
kind of
wow.
it was kind of like no shirt, no shoes, no dice.
And I don't know if he signed anything for anyone, but there were a bunch of people out there with posters, that wanted it signed. But all I remember seeing was him getting out of his car, walking over to the studio. And when he left, it was the same, like, I don't think he took pictures with anybody except for on air. Usually they'd stop and they'd take pictures with pretty much everybody.
That had to have been
If
what?
you, if
That
you
had to have
wanted a
been,
picture.
that had to have
That
been
was
what,
99.
98? 99?
99. Mm-hmm. Towards the end of 99. I think American Beauty maybe was the movie that had come out. It might have been American Beauty.
Wes Bentley was great in that.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, who came to do an interview and sat and talked with me and Artis. God, Artis, rest in peace. I love Artis. Sat and talked with us for a good 10 minutes while he was waiting for Glenn to come and get him, was Sir Richard Attenborough.
No,
He
from
he
Jurassic Park.
he came in with his publicist because I think
Right.
he had written a book. And they came in, and when I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, And he said, he told me he was here, for the Zeta. So I called them and said, he's here. And he just sat and talked with us while he waited for them to come and get him to go do his interview. He was the sweetest man. That was like the best, as the one I remember the most.
Nice.
Yeah. It was really
I love
cool.
those stories.
Mm-hmm.
Now talking about you made me think of old man and guests on the radio. There was one time where we had Ed Asner on Ron and Ron on the phone,
Uh-huh.
and dude, it was the easiest promo. One of the easiest promos I ever made, because it sounded like Ed was a little loaded, and there was a point where. Oh, it was right before they were going down to Key West. When we were going down to the broadcasting from Key West for the week, and then we had the 2 live shows at Hammerheads, Friday and Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And they had talked about be going to the Keys soon or whatever. And he was in Orlando, or whatever. But it was already obvious he sounded fucked up somehow, a little loopy. And then when they mentioned the Key West thing, he says something like, "Oh yes, I'd love to." Turn to the sea.
Okay.
And everybody like, what's going on? Okay, Ed, or whatever. And then not long after that, that was right towards the end, right when they hung up. And then immediately when they hung up, Fezzi's like, note to self, start booking sober guests. One of the easiest promos I ever fucking made. But they were always easy because you just had to find. Sometimes it was hard to just. Always hard because of the Viagra. But anyway, the trying to figure out where you were gonna which where you're gonna cut the punchlines, basically. But
Yeah.
after you got that part where to set the promo up, set the whole thing up, kind of like the clips that you see people if that Susie pulls, if I can say that. Thanks,
I pull
Neil.
them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd love to return to the sea.
Wow. There's some characters in Key West, though. I'll tell you what.
Ed Asner actually narrated. A friend of mine did a what is the name of it? I'm pretty sure it's on Vimeo. She did the sound for a film that I did, Panopticon, and she did a documentary on HIV, and this is years ago, and there's fucking Fauci all through that, this is before COVID.
Yeah.
And they all know, he was the bad guy anyway, everybody know, but they just keep with whatever. Oh, that's okay what he did back then. He's cool now, right? So I said Fauci, that's not what I said. What was I saying? That's not what I said so much.
So the girl that did the documentary
on HIV about it being not about the whole stuff where it wasn't HIV/AIDS that killed most of those people back then. It was, she was going over the shit from like Dallas Buyers Club, that it was the treatments. It wasn't the actual stuff that, and then of course, forgetting the part about, how many of them that you saw pictures of a lot of them were methamphetamine addicts or other addicts as well who had no immune system anyway because of their narcotic addiction. Leaving all the stuff out. Anyway, Ed narrated that. I'll try to remember to, I'm trying to remember to throw it if I can find it, throw the link to it. It might be up, it has to be up there free somewhere. I'll ask her. She just did another documentary about her natural birth. I'm afraid to watch it.
Yeah.
I wasn't really. I don't know. I don't. Is your vagina in this?
Possibly. I mean, was Riley born? Was she natural or C-section? Natural.
She was natural, and
okay.
The funny part about that was I used to joke because I had a high 8 camera. I was high, so high with an 8 ball. I love that high 8. Every time I said it, I thought of cocaine. Had that. I had just gotten while she was pregnant. I bought it. I think I bought it like a month before Riley was born. Maybe a couple months. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I would joke that, I'm going to have that camera right between your legs, baby, when it's time. She's like, no, you're going to be behind me. I don't want you to see it. I don't want you to see me down there. I don't know, afraid I'll never go back. I'm like, really? Nah, I don't know why you'd be afraid of that. So, and I said, of course, I'm joking. I'll be behind you if that's where you want me to be. Well, that's where I was when things got going, and the doctor's down there, and the doctor was a woman. And then, at the time, it got to the time where the doctor goes, "All right, Dad, come over here. Put her left foot, on your chest and push forward."
Yep,
Right.
they had one do that.
So, and I'm like, so I get around in front, and the look on her face.
Uh-huh.
And I got there, and I'm like, "Sorry, sweetheart, doctor's orders."
Yeah.
So I watched it, and I'm watching that going, oh, her head, oh, that poor head, oh my God. You can and understand why you have the soft spot to let things.
Yeah, because
So-
so it can get smushed, so it can come through.
So Juan had to do the same thing.
Yeah, he had to hold one of my legs. The nurse was holding my other leg, just like that. Just like that. Man, and you know what? It was I was numb mostly on my left side because my right side still had pain because the person that did my epidural, I don't know, she screwed it up. But anyway, so the doctor kept saying, "Yeah, yeah, like that," because Juan said he would see the head come out and then it go like this, then it go back in.
Look, piece of nah, I don't want to go out.
Yeah, and he'd be like, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, push like that, like that." I'm like what? I don't feel anything. I don't know what I'm doing. I always told Juan, I was like, if I have another one, I'm not getting any anesthesia. Yeah. That
Oh,
was awful.
one of my favorite things was a lady I was talking to, a close family member that I'm having a natural birth, no drugs, la la
No
la.
drugs, yeah.
Oh, cool. So you're obviously breastfeeding. Oh no,
Ugh.
what?
Oh, I
What do you?
breastfed till she had teeth. But then I was like,
Ouch.
no,
Done
she
with
weaned
that.
herself. Yeah, she weaned herself. It was cool.
There's
Yeah.
another one, dudes. What did Juan just uh? Did he taste? Did he taste your milk?
I don't remember. I know I
'Cause
did. I tasted.
oh yeah.
Seriously. So maybe he did. Maybe he did. I tasted everything that went in my daughter's mouth. I did not give
Right.
her not even medicine. Everything that she took, I tasted.
Nice.
I had to. I didn't,
Hmm.
So probably, yeah. Yeah.
I've talked about it's someone. It's funny for all these years that I've talked about it with dudes about how lovely breast milk is, and they look at me like I just shit in their Cheerios. I'm like, what, man? Didn't you? Aren't you a dad? You didn't taste your wife's breast
I'm sure
milk?
he did. Yeah.
What? You lying your ass off. It's like that girlfriend. Yeah, it's like that girlfriend who tried to convince me that she'd never masturbated. Sure, sister. Sure. Well, guess what? Now I'm out of here, so you're gonna have to.
I'll tell you what though.
But what does it taste? To me, it tastes like I used to.
Sweet.
Speaking of Cheerios, I didn't even mean that when I spit that out. uh, that's how I would describe it.
It's like sweet and mild.
Yeah, it's like
Not
it's
really.
sugar milk. It's like when you would put sugar on your Cheerios, and then
Hmm.
when the Cheerios were gone, it's basically like sugar milk, and you could actually
Yeah.
get some sugar on the spoon when you dig it out.
Yeah.
So it was really sweet.
Yeah.
It was tasted like that to me, but
Hmm.
obviously much warmer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course,
Yeah.
sometimes when Riley was eating lunch, I was on the other side having a snack.
Oh man. And when they go
I'm
through
kidding.
that,
I'm kidding.
when they go through that phase, there's a phase where they're just constantly wanting to feed. It's like, I forgot what it's called. It's got a name.
Hunger.
Where, no. But instead of doing the regular every like 3 hours or so, it's like a constant, like you feed them and put them down and they start screaming and they so I had that with her. Like she went through that. And
Did you
I
just
remember
adjust your tits?
my bra.
Oh, it's just your shirt. Sorry.
So
You're talking about tits. All of a sudden, you just go, "Foom, foom." Like, what?
I don't know. I think subconsciously I was thinking about, but I remember like I'd feed her on one side. Okay, are you done? Ah! Okay, other side. She's not done. I'd have to be going back and forth. I remember just sitting there, just breastfeeding her, and Juan would have to bring me I'd be like, I need a sandwich. I need something. So here I have Sarah here on my boob, and then I'd put a napkin on her head and my sandwich so I could eat. She wouldn't let me eat. I couldn't do anything. It was like constant. Like just attached right there. She wouldn't go anywhere. God, what is it called? It's got a name. But yeah, it's like a phase they go through when they're breastfeeding, and it's like, Oh my God, I can't wait for this phase to be over because it was just constant, constant, constant. And then the first time she slept more
That's
than,
what my ex-wife would say when Riley was sleeping. Yeah,
uh-huh.
I was me. Constant, constant. I
Yeah.
had that problem.
But the first time she slept through the night, like she slept more than 3 hours. It was probably 5, 6 hours. I woke up like, oh my God, something happened. Something's wrong with her. She didn't wake up in 3 hours, you know? And I woke her up because I was like, what's going on? But the doctor was like, no, if she sleeps, just let her sleep, you know? But the first time she did it, it freaked me out. I'm like, what's going on? Why hasn't she woken up to feed or whatever?
To
Yeah,
feed. It makes it sound like they're vampires, which they kind of are.
they are.
Time to feed
But yeah,
from the teat. Right,
I,
Juan? It took a minute. What the
I
heck,
am
man? I wish I had that. I wish I could fucking hit that so much better.
my
Anyway.
my doctor almost wanted to send me for a C-section while I was giving birth, and because I was having that issue where she kept going back in. Are you peeing? And then
No, but I will.
but I'm glad I didn't have a C-section. I actually saw a C-section when I was in nursing school. Have you ever seen one of those?
I was there for one, but way before Riley. It wasn't my kid, but I was there.
Oh my God. They
When
take your whole uterus out.
Set it right on
Put it
your
on your lap.
chest. Literally turn your stomach.
Your whole
I
uterus.
could see it because I was right at her head, and they gave me the little tray to put in case she had to
Vomited.
bleh,
Yeah.
which I don't think she ever did, but
Mm-mm.
the look on her face when they did that, when they went whoop, plop, and then she does
Oh my gosh.
because I could see it in the thing because we had the little.
They had
there
a
was
mirror up.
It was a thing, but I could still see it on the mirror up. I
Yeah.
could kind of just look around, and I was like, "Oh my fucking Christ!"
The cool thing is you see the baby in there, like the baby's in there all scrunched up.
It was
Then
pretty
they
wild.
then they cut the sack. Well, they cut the uterus first, then they cut the sack.
Oh, I just had a chill go right through me when you said that. Whoa.
Then they
Jesus.
shove it back in there. They fold it. It's like origami. They fold it and then they just tuck it back in. No, I mean, there's a whole thing. But the one that I saw in nursing school, the first one I saw, oh my God, the baby comes out. And that's the bad thing about C-sections is that what the vaginal birth does is that it squeezes their lungs. So it gets all that fluid out of their lungs. So when they come out,
amniotic fluid.
right, when they come out, they can breathe. And that's why they scream and cry or whatever. But this baby came out totally quiet. And the nurses grab it and they take it over to the other side to put it on the little bed. And here's the dad and he's filming it. And they told us, because we were students, they're like, come with us so you can see what we do or whatever. And I see there's a doctor, there's a nurse, there's like a bunch of people. It's a whole team because the baby's just like, and the doctor's like, come on, baby, come on. And I'm like just watching, but inside I'm like running around screaming like, oh my God, this baby better not die. Oh my God. Oh my God. So he's tapping the foot. They're rubbing his sternum. They have the suction. They're going in and out with the suction. They were probably doing that. I mean, it might have been a minute, but it felt like forever. It felt like it was going on forever. And then finally the baby, started crying. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And dad was just
Finally,
filming.
the baby was.
Oh my gosh. And dad's just filming the whole time, like, hey. That was nerve-wracking. That was nerve-wracking.
That was one thing I got, and they had to keep talking to me when it comes to that amniotic fluid with Riley, to where we're in our room and they kept saying, the baby has to stay in that little bassinet thing or whatever. And we were, on the bed, and unless, of course, she was feeding
Mm-hmm.
the little empire. And then, but they. I didn't like her being over there. So they'd leave the room, and I'd go pick her up, and I'd go put her right in between us while
Yeah.
mom was sleeping, and I'd put her, and are you peeing? And I'd,
No, pour some water.
and, but that's what I do. And then I'd fall asleep with her and, right beside me. And then I'd get woken up. Dad, you can't do that. Not put her back in. And then
Why'd they do that?
I don't know, they were stickler bitches. And and then there was a time where I heard this noise. Well, I was dozing off, and I heard she was sleeping over there, and I heard this. That was one of the reasons why I kept bringing her back into bed, so it wasn't so
Uh-huh.
far away.
Yeah.
I heard this noise. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And she was having trouble or whatever. I'm like, what? So I start slamming on that button. I run. Nothing's happening, of course. So I run out of run out to the door and run out the hallway. Get out! Get in here! Whatever. And it was just her coughing up some amniotic fluid. They came in like no big deal. Oh, it's okay, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. It's not okay, dude. It's my kid. But I know, that's what they do. So
Yeah.
it's not as intense, of course, for them. I get that. But because of that, that's why. Again, I'm like, nah, I'm not leaving her in there. They'd leave the room. Luke, boom, bang. Lay right here
that's
with
weird.
me. And then they'd tell me again.
They would offer, like, they would say, "You want us to take her? We'll take her for the night in the, in the nursery so you can sleep." And I was like, "No, it's okay." She was in the
No.
room from, the time after they bathed her and all that and brought her to the room. She was there with us the whole time. I mean,
Same.
and yeah, and I would fall asleep with her on my boob, but we would just sleep like that basically the whole time. Yeah, no, she never left the room. And Juan, the funny thing is Juan
Jess.
went
Jess.
he went to the nursery after, when they took me to my room. And he said, he goes to the nursery. He's like, this whole nursery full of babies. And he said his eye went right to her. Like, he knew exactly who his baby was, without, there was like no name or anything. Like, he knew that was Sarah. So that was cool. I didn't
Nice.
see her in the nursery. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember if Riley went to the nursery or not. I think she did for a point, and I was.
Yeah, they take them at first because they do all those tests
I was
that they
not-
do, and they
right.
bathe them. Yeah.
Well, I remember I filmed the bathing.
Mm-hmm.
I have that video. I
Yeah,
have
Juan
those-
saw the bathing.
Jess. I filmed that part. Yeah, I did turn the camera off when it was time to put her foot on my chest.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? That's the last fucking time your foot's on my chest, sister. Next time it needs to be your butt. No. But yeah, I didn't have any trouble going back in.
Yep.
Oh, but that was the funny part beforehand, though. Wow, she was one of those ladies that, everything piped up when it came to cravings, not just, ice cream. We went through so much fucking Ben and Jerry's. Well, she was the lactose intolerant, so she did the frozen yogurt. And she did the, oh, shit. I can't say it. Not the, there was only, the fish food. The one that Neil Rogers helped make really fucking famous. And I would get, at the time, they stopped making it. They stopped making it. Found out that they stopped making not that one, the one that I liked, which was called Concession Obsession, and it was vanilla bean ice cream with a big old caramel swirl in the middle, and it was like movie Concession Obsession, meaning like movie candy. So they were like
Candies,
little
okay.
snow caps and little tiny Reese's peanut butter cups,
Raisinets.
and goobers. No, there were no
goobers.
raisins. That's why I liked it, because there were no fucking raisins. I'm a goober guy.
Okay.
Can't you tell? I'm a goober guy? But that was mine, and so I'd go to Publix and always walk out with 2 2 things of each. And it started with, you eat. I was eating just a third of it. You don't put it in a bowl. I just eat it right out. Because I was the only one eating that one because she didn't eat it because, like I said, she had to do the frozen yogurt. And it got to a point where a third, nah. Then all of a sudden it was a whole half of one, or 2/3. And then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I might as well get 3 because I'm probably gonna eat the whole fucking thing.
Oh, wow.
So I'll get 3 so I don't have to come back for a couple days.
You know what I was craving when I was pregnant?
I was putting on the sympathy weight.
I was craving onions.
No shit. Right,
I wanted
just onion
just
rings
onions.
or just
No,
fucking
just
raw onion.
fresh onion.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Now I'm hungry.
I know, we were in the Keys when I was pregnant, so there was this restaurant that had like the best tuna salad ever, and it was a salad, lettuce and all this crap, and then they would put this scoop of their tuna salad on the salad, and then they had this dressing. It was like a house vinaigrette maybe, or like a creamy Italian. I don't know what it was. It was their dressing,
I knew
something
a
that
creamy
they
Italian
made.
once. What?
And I would always say, make sure they put the onions. I mean, when you're pregnant, you can't really have tuna that often, so at least I would
Why?
try once, because of the mercury.
Oh.
So no, I didn't have any sushi while I was pregnant, and the tuna was like maybe once a month, maybe, that I would have it. But when I would have it, I'd have to have one of their salads, and I'd have to have it with onions, like put the onions on there. But yeah, you're not supposed to have the first thing we ate after
I forgot about that. Yeah, it was a long time
yeah,
ago.
after I gave birth is we went to have sushi. But yeah, but I was craving onions for something, and I'm not like, I never was big with onions. When I was a kid, I would pick the onions out of everything. But then when I got pregnant, that's all I wanted was onions. And then afterward, while I was breastfeeding, I couldn't have any dairy because Sarah had a milk allergy. So no cow's milk. So I couldn't
Well,
have
she's not supposed to have it
cheese.
anyway.
No, but like I couldn't.
No,
Because
we're
I was
not. Yeah, we're all of
yeah,
us aren't supposed to actually.
right.
But what I'm saying.
But
But
I
yeah,
was
I get what you're saying.
I was breastfeeding her, so I couldn't have anything with, no dairy. Because because she was allergic to it and she was reacting to it. It couldn't touch her skin because anything, the way we found out was I was having I was having a bowl of cereal with milk, and she was already, she was a toddler, and she came over to me and she grabbed the bowl, as babies do. She just grabbed it because she wanted to see what was in it, and it
Vampire.
spilled. Yeah, the milk spilled on her onesie. So I went to change her. When I took it off, the milk pattern was red on her chest, like her skin turned red where the milk touched her. So that's how serious it was. Her milk allergy. Yeah. Yeah, so the doctor was like, well, you can't have any dairy.
Luckily, Riley didn't have any. I didn't have much. No, I don't think she had any reaction to much stuff. But I remember finding out that an easy way to calm her down and put her to sleep was taking her in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, did I, because I'm in there holding her because that's all I could do. And I don't know, I've been in there a few, I did it pretty well where I was able to do it safely. And at one point I was like, wait, she's not, did I drown her? What's up? She's fucking like, huh. And I just started to realize, it's the shower sound. It's the water, going back into the womb and just that wonderful sound of the water.
Never tried that one.
So then I just to see if it would work. She was a little fussy, maybe a little gassy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And just holding her, doing a little bounce and little taps on the back. And then I go into the kitchen, like maybe the water. So I go into the kitchen, I turn the fucking sink on and just backed up to the sink, so she was facing the, and dude, within 45 seconds, just fine. just because of the water. That listen to that water in the sink.
I never thought of that. Sarah didn't sleep. I don't think she slept for the first 2 years of her life.
Oh man,
She
Riley's
did
pretty good.
not. Oh God. I
And
was up
then
all night
so
with
then I
her.
realized, so I tell her mom, and she went and got the one of these little machine things that are you put in the bassinet, or what's it called? What's the other thing called? Bassinet in
Crib?
the crib.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't work. She knew.
It had to
Riley,
be real water.
yeah, Riley knew. Yeah, she could totally tell. I was like, yeah. I mean, it was a cool little contraption. It seemed like it was gonna work. I was like, oh, cool. This is neat. Save some. Because you get your arms get tired. It's like, oh, I
She's
can
like,
just
you're
lay her
not
down
fooling me.
But yeah, that's exactly. She turned around. As soon as I turned it on, and she looked at me, and she just took this big shit. No, I made that up. Or did I? These are the questions.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 56 minutes. You know who has to go pee? I'm guessing you.
Not Wayne. What?
Not Wayne. Oh, I got to do that. I've
What?
never used that. Oh, I can't use that as a name.
No.
That would be dumb.
Unless you spell it wrong.
Yes. Yes, that's what I could do. Do it with no Y, or with the I. No, with the I, like how.
Oh, Wayne?
No. The
Hair by
no,
Wayne.
the one that.
Yeah, the picture that the girl drew for you.
I'm trying to say her damn name. Why can't I spit out her name? Lucy. Yeah, Waine.
Yeah.
I gotta use that one. I don't think I've ever done that one. I actually chuckled, of course, to myself. I don't know what I was watching. I think I must have been obviously probably watching bowling. And or maybe I was watching Nerdrotic. No, I think it might have been Nerdrotic. Friday Night Tights. Friday Night Tights with Gary from Nerdrotic, and the AK guy. I don't know his name, but he's a movie geek. Bunch of movie geeks. You got to watch that with the bald guy from England that's on with Gary all the time. Is so fucking funny.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
Right about everything.
Uh-huh.
The dude is right about everything. And anyway, I was just watching them, and there was some other movie geek girl. I've seen her before, and she's I like what she says, but I just can't stand her fucking voice. It's so I just can't stand it. No offense, sweetheart. She's she knows what she's talking about, but I can't stand her voice. But anyway, I think it was her. I was like, man, she's kind of like trying to be a nerd, and I went, oh, I think that's what I'm gonna use today. Waynard. But yeah, you should check it out. Check if anybody in the whips. Nerdrotic is great. Gary,
I gotta watch.
comic book geek. He actually used to own a store. He's also a former felon.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and he's sober many years. He's funny. And he's got a 360, man. He's got a machine that, where it would hit, where I could just go way faster, so much better than the way I have timing on this thing. Damn it.
One day.
One day. But
I'll be there.
yeah, especially if you hate Disney and what they've done to Star Wars and all their shit and how they just destroyed everything, then you'll definitely love Nerdrotic. Because they've been, they're known to do some torching. Well, they're not even torching. They're just pointing out the bullshit. They're pointing it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how these people, I'm so sick of fucking adults talking about these CEOs, these uber rich puppet pieces of shit, talking about them like they're good people, like they do good. They're nothing but fucking scumbags. Kind of like the one that, we used to have, Oh, no, we're not flipping Mega. You know the reference.
Mm-hmm.
Pieces of shit like that. And I can't just having adults fucking talk about them like they're actually Oh god, it's so disgusting. Oh, sorry. I just had a thought about taking a shit, so I got gross things came into my head. I don't know what that meant. So I'm gonna put the thing up for you.
What thing?
Well, first I'm gonna put this up just to calm everything down. Now this is the meditation time of the whip. This would be something that you would want on your TV, not blaring. This is
There
what
we go.
I would want something like that on my TV while tripping.
Yeah.
With the lights low. You don't want bright lights, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Music like that, but that's the other cool thing about trippers, man. And the cool thing, one of the cool things about YouTube, of course, is even though they stick it up my, that you can go just type in tripping music, mushroom music or whatever, and that people have put up stuff that's you can just hit play and it goes for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Hours. So because once you're in your peak, you don't want to fuck with push and play and doing all that.
Right,
You just
right.
don't want to. Well, some people do, I guess, but not me. So most people, and it's so nice to just have it playing through your trip, and you never have to touch the fucking music, or touch the change
TV.
anything.
Yeah, Sarah has one where she does so she can study. It's like study music or when she's doing homework or whatever. And it's just like a looped, I don't know how many hours, just like relaxing
Brilliant,
music.
yeah. And it's also something good to. There's other stuff like that. That's some also you could just go to sleep to.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's those 8-hour ones or 8 to 10-hour ones of like space. It seems like you're in space. It's kind of got that sound. I used to sleep to that. Some of those,
cool.
the rain ones.
Mm-hmm.
The rain ones and the what's the one that you just mentioned?
Studying, like music.
No.
Like,
there's another one. Maybe it was just in my head, and it was
relaxing, meditating.
It was something that I thought. Oh, speaking of that, that's neat, huh? That's on my back camera. Into one of the ones into my backyard, and it's so cool how that pops up at the was it 420, of course, because it just pops up to my thing. There was some motion, which there wasn't. Must have been just some snow falling off a tree or whatever. But I've got some cooler ones where I don't know what it is. It's just neat how that looks coming through there in the early morning. What the hell was that?
We have an afternoon one. Sorry.
Oh shit! Oh, that's right. I forgot I sent you that one. You that one. Yeah, that was after the snow was gone. Which was I think it was just 8 hours later.
Is it the same angle?
Yeah, that same camera.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's pretty neat. I totally forgot I sent you that fucking picture.
Yeah. There you go.
So the sun, so we are really rotating. Something's rotating. Yeah, my bladder. I'll be black in a tick.
Your bladder is filling. Oh my God. I don't know what to do with him. So anyway, what else do we have to talk about? We have so many things. So yeah, Sarah didn't sleep. She didn't sleep most of her life. Most of her baby life. She kept us up all night. We had to take turns. Like I would be up with her all night because, Juan had to work. And then when he'd come home, he'd give me a break. But it was the allergy, the milk allergy, and she was just colicky. She had really bad reflux as a baby, so she was constantly just, I guess you could say vomiting, spitting up her milk. And then she didn't sleep. She was up all night. screaming. I'd have to give her gas drops all night and walk up and down the hallway trying to get her to go to sleep, stuck to my boob, breastfeeding her, walking up and down the hall. It was awful. Every time I see pictures of like sleeping babies, I'm like, where did they get these sleeping babies? Because mine did not sleep at all. The first time she slept, it was like, oh my God, it's a miracle. The first time she fell asleep on her own was like a miracle. I didn't think she would do that. But she slept with me for forever. God. But you know, I miss it. I would do it all over again. As frustrating as I thought it was at the time, but I would do it all over again. No sleep and, you know, walking up and down the hallway trying to get her to go to sleep. It was crazy. Juan and I would take turns, like pacing back and forth in the room, just pace, 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 pace. And then he'd take her and pace, and poor thing. Poor Sarah. Yeah, parenthood, it's fun. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this time with us. Here he is. He's coming back. Shh.
What you talking about, Willis?
Shh.
It.
Uh,
It was like we were on the electric company. Shh.
oh, it. Yeah.
Shit.
Electric Company.
Morgan Freeman.
I used to watch that.
Oh,
Love it.
man.
Electric Company. Alphabet People.
Remember the Spider-Man thing was always my favorite. It was so cheese dick, but I thought it was always like we always got more excited when the Spider-Man thing came on because it wasn't every episode. So it was like a
Yeah.
surprise. It was always like a gift, even though it was, again, cheese dick.
Yeah.
But it was Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say?
No, we used to watch in kindergarten the Alphabet People. Remember the Alphabet People? It was just letters.
Probably if I saw it.
Like the puppets. They were puppets, but it was like all the letters. And they had faces and
Pull it
mouths.
up, as Mark Norman would say on the road.
Oh, well,
Pull
let's
it
see.
up.
We could find the Alphabet People.
Oh, speaking of Rogan, dude. Man, I tried to watch the Parks and Rec with Ari and Shafir, Mark Norman, and Shane Gillis. Are always maybe I'll jump into it farther or something. But man, I couldn't even watch it. I turned it off like within 15 minutes because I couldn't stand Rogan talking about Paul Pelosi like he's, this sweet neighbor, old man, like poor thing. Like, wait, dude, that guy is one of the biggest fucking scumbags in this fucking country. Are you kidding me? What are you talking? Why are you talking about him like that? Oh, he took a hammer to the head? Oh, my sympathy well. There's a lot of people who call that kid a hero. Smart ones.
Man.
Anyway, so I haven't gotten into it, even though, because I love when they, especially when fucking Mark Norman when he just digs it, when he pops in and pops off on Rogan, when Rogan does whatever, it's so hilarious. Because of course Ari has to point it out, and I don't know, they get off. I don't know. That's usually fun. Maybe I'll give it another try. But 15 minutes in, and I'm like, dude, any whip is better than this shit. That's right, sucker.
I think.
Yeah, and then of course after I said that, I went, "What happened? What happened to Juan, Jess?" Oh, Susie froze. That's what happened. Susie done a froze. You froze.
I know why. Because I was trying to pull up a video.
Oh, the internet thing. Yeah, duh. Jesus. That makes me think of this.
I don't believe these motherfuckers been to the moon either, but that's just me.
I don't know why I'm... Oh, I see what you're saying now. So
Yeah.
just to catch up.
There we go.
Did it actually play? Because I didn't hear it.
It did.
Guess we're back in the groove.
Yeah.
So it's 10. Oh, that would be over by now. I wonder how it was. Flash was playing with it must have been the trio with his son and a drummer. But they were playing tonight at Lenny's, where our London Fog, the Lord's London Fog. I wish I'd have gotten that damn picture ready, but that don't matter. And I guess Dennis was going to go sit in for a few songs playing guitar. I hope somebody got video. Damn it! I hope somebody got some video. But I was like, I've been there a couple times, and Flash has had me up, so I let Dennis go have some. Let Dennis go have some time, Mr. Guitar Man. Oh, that's what was it? Oh, in Roadhouse Blues, in the rehearsal video when we do Roadhouse, and that whole "Do it, Dennis, do it," and then I go, Mr. Guitar Man.
Yeah.
The reason I did that was because Luigi, who didn't know everybody's name yet, because we just met the fucking guy while he's setting his shit up and stuff to record. So nothing against him, but he didn't catch Dennis's name or whatever. But right before we did that song, there was something, and he went, "Hey, Mr. Guitar Man," to ask him a question. So it wasn't like, "Hey, Mr. It was just, "Hey, Mr. Guitar Man, do you blah blah blah?"
Right.
And I just lost my shit laughing when he did it, and it stuck in my head, I guess. And then we did the song, and I went, "Mr. Guitar Man." Dennis fucking shreds. Oh man, I can't wait to see the thing that we recorded on Tuesday, especially "Light My Fire," where Dennis goes off in the solo, the big solo of "Light My Fire."
Yeah.
Well, he starts in this solo. All of a sudden, I didn't know he was going to do it. I mean, he had fiddled with it right before, when we were setting everything up, and he was just warming up. He'd played, a few of my, a few of my favorite things. Da, na, 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 na.
Yeah.
Well, in that guitar solo in the solo, but about 2/3 of the way through, all of a sudden he goes into that, and I was, as I'm, in the middle of,
I heard that. Yeah, I heard
and I
that.
just fucking fell. I almost fell backwards, dude. I was laughing. It was so cool, and it was really neat because it gave me a little extra juice when I got back on the microphone.
I wondered why he was doing that. I thought maybe that was a thing, like the
No, it's
Doors
not.
did or something. I was like, that's that song. These are a few of my favorite things. I
It
was
was
like, oh,
so funny,
okay.
and it fit.
It did.
That was great. I can't wait
He
to
did a
see
good
that.
job.
I can't wait to see their version of that with all the cameras and the sound being correct.
Yeah.
Because it's not that good in the room because it's not like you're at the setup is not like, it's not quite like you're, doing like a show, a set somewhere.
Right.
It's a little
Right.
weird with the music. It was a very different sound, especially the one I'm used to at Lenny's. It's kind of like with bowling, to where you have your house, your home house, where where most of your leagues, and you go to another bowling center after a while, and it's totally weird because it's a different. It's just because it's different, especially back in the day when they still had wood lanes, So I'm on the synthetics, and then I go to the wood lanes. And go, what is this? I've never. What is this shit? This is difficult. So you wouldn't bowl as good. Well, I wouldn't bowl as good some places than I would in others. Almost like, also like I remember that made me think of when I was in high school, when we would go away and play at other gyms, away games, like with basketball especially. It was just so weird to get it because always the lights were different in the gym. So I was like, and then trying to, I don't know, your perception just, it was always a little,
Right.
always had to,
Yeah.
it was an adjustment.
I'm sure.
So what do you got up there? Oh, this was so funny. This is so fucking funny. This pops up on my thing, so I took a picture just as a joke to send to Susie. And I didn't realize that. Oh my god, that cool little fucking Flash, the Flash Allen, the Lord's keyboardist. That fucking Flash with the star, like almost like a star in between. And then what the thing is, that was just my YouTube thing that came up. By the way, go to Luigi and check out some more his page, and there's some really other cool music on there too. But this is not the Light My Fire version that I was just talking about a second ago, though. To the folks, if that wasn't clear, to the folks, to the whips. But have you ever had that on your burger, buttum? So
My toast.
yeah, it's a little like Vegemite, but more like ass. So I take the picture just as a joke to send to Susie, and then I send it to her, and then I went to back to our messages to send her something else, and I looked at the picture again, and I noticed, wait a minute, that's our fucking birthday right under Axl's arm. How cool! Even cooler. The picture's even neater.
Yeah.
Synchronicities.
Yeah. So cool.
I thought that was so funny because I also felt like a douchebag taking the picture, but I don't know. It's kind of like I took the picture as a joke, kind of like my dick pic. See, can you tell it was a mushroom? Anyway, well, that kind of, because mushrooms do make you see stars. And I don't mean me and Axl. I mean the star in the middle, but that's a trinity. Look at the 3 stars. No, there's Flash right there. You see Flash right there in that picture. Flash Allen. So there's 2 flashes in this. There's 2 flashes. Oh, now you're covering Flash's face. That's bad. Oh, don't do that. That's not. Oh, you're gonna see something else. We're gonna see something else. Oh, the thing that I made out of boredom. I think this was. Did I do this during the vid? I must have done it out of boredom during the vid. Because I remember when I came back from Australia was the first time I had long hair, kind of like now, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was about this, but maybe a little shorter. And there was a couple of people that said I looked like Axl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And then I put a bandana like he does. I put that on, and they went, holy shit, dude. So I remembered that, and then again, maybe it was the Guns N' Roses page on Facebook or something on Instagram, where that Axl pic came up, and I went, well, that kind of looks like, that kind of looks like my yearbook pic, but with shorter hair. So I did that, and then I went, oh, I can do the pic from the I think it's Yesterday's. That's not yet. Is it Yesterday's? What fucking video is that from? Where he's wearing the beanie. So I jokingly did that.
Oh,
I jokingly did this fucking thing right. And I'm holding the cameras. I'm trying to do that pic to match it as funny as I could, as best as I can. And then I sent it to my kid, and she goes, "That's fucking funny, Dad."
It's pretty good.
Anyway, so get some more use out of it and kill some good time on the whip. So the point being that I'd done that, and then the other pick kind of goes with it. So more synchronicity. Kind of funny. Not that I fucking think I'm Axl Rose, Jesus Christ. But of course, does he have heavy influence? Musically, of course. Why wouldn't he be? Oh, and check out, that's Civil War, but that's from Farm Aid, the better one to watch. I mean, it's good. It's really good because that was the first time you ever heard it. Because it was way before Use Your Illusion came out.
Use Your Illusion, yeah.
So that was the first time anybody heard Civil War publicly. But they also did Down on the Farm, UK sub song. It's a little punk. It's fucking awesome, even though I wish Axl wasn't so overmodulated. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but his vocals are kind of, because he's just like almost like, oh, it's all inspiration. I mean, not that he is, but it just, it's like, I just want to scream at the fucking sound guys. Can you pull his gain down, please? Jesus. Just a bit. Yeah, so I don't know if he was doing it on purpose for it to be more punkish. But anyway, at the end when they finished, so and this is Farm Aid. This is a live thing, back in the day. Remember, broadcast
Oh
on
yeah.
whatever. And there's I don't think they had a delay. They didn't have a delay, of course, because at the end he goes, "Thank you, good fucking night." And he fucking throws this fucking microphone down. As they're all walking off the stage, and you hear, I don't know if it's Dick Clark or whatever the fucking hosts, but you kind of hear this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, after he says good fucking night, you just, oh.
Oh, we let that go through. Oops.
You got to check it out. Just Guns N' Roses Farm Aid.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Down on the farm, and they also and then when they did Spaghetti Incident, which is all covers, punk covers, they did that on there too. But that was 2-3 years later. So, it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, so there's the Axl Rose part of the night.
I gotta watch that.
Oh, Down on the Farm? Yeah, it's great. Well, Civil War's great too. The whole thing, it's just those two songs, but Civil War is fucking, what is it, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
And they only, I don't know, each band, I guess they only got 15 minutes. Ish, 12 minutes. I don't know, 10. I don't know what it was.
Did they come back to Miami ever to tour for Use Your Illusion? Because I don't remember.
Back then? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
If they did, I didn't go.
Yeah. I don't remember them coming back.
Yeah, so the only thing I wish I had got to see was all 5 of, the classic lineup.
Mm-hmm.
But, when I saw them, I don't know. Dude. In 91, that New Year's Eve show, I'm pretty sure Izzy was gone by then.
Yeah.
So I didn't even see them with Izzy. So at that point, it was Gilby Clarke.
Oh, wow.
So the first time I did see them was, it was just 3 of the original, the 3 that are, of course, the 3 that are back in, Slash, Duff, and Axl. 2 more influences.
Mm-hmm.
The whole band is. But Duff is one of the reasons. Duff and Duff McKagan and Kelly Nichols were my two big influences when I went to go buy my bass, who I bought from Jerry Hester, who we also both worked with in radio.
That's right.
Love 94. I'm Jerry Hester.
I think he's still in a band.
He has to be.
Yeah.
I used to go. We used to hang a bunch back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
What was the played? They did a bunch of. Always did a bunch of Dead. Didn't they do a few Dead songs?
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of that place that we used to go, the Friday night thing? Our gaggle of folks that we had going, that was called George Rodriguez from the Neil Rogers Show called it the Meeting of the 5 Families. Even though it started with 4 of us. But it grew into more and more people. But there was a place in Fort Lauderdale where Jerry would play with his one of the bands, because I remember he played with 2.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one that one of the guys, I remember the guy had really curly hair, Irish guy. But he would play there like every other Friday or something like that. So we'd go there. Can't remember it had a really cool name. I wish I could remember it. I can't even remember which goddamn road it was on, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, what the hell were we talking about? Oh, Love 94. And that was Dave Brubeck on Love 94. And before that, you heard some Al Jarreau. And of course, before that, you heard some Kenny motherfucking G.
Always with the G.
That's where we would get our music for the school that Juan and I went to, because we were light jazz as well, because it was WLRN.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we got a bunch of our music library came from. Love 94.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're lucky. When I was in school, we could only play country music and gospel music.
Yours was
That was it.
country and gospel.
Yeah. Well, actually, wait. We also
What kind
played
of
some
country?
classic rock, like anything, even like modern. Because I remember playing Faith Hill
Hmm.
and Hank Williams Jr. But yeah, no, and we played some classic rock because I played Supertramp
Get out.
and no, who else? I can't remember. But when I interned at Surf for the station that the
The
AM
AM.
station that was sister with She, I could only
WSHE number
I could only
5.
the only thing we could play was gospel music.
Hmm.
That was it.
And wasn't that in a trailer? The station.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in a trailer, some trailer park in Davie.
I
By
was
some
watching.
horses and cows.
Yeah. I always told people from Maine if they ever move down to Florida, that's where they should go live. They feel more at home. The country folk around here.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried to rewatch the movie Rain Man
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago, but and it is a great movie. But and he's good, but I just get so sick of Tom Cruise's character being such a cunt
Mm-hmm.
that I had to turn it off.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the station, but the part where they're driving along in the old car, in their dad's
Mm-hmm.
old car, and the radio station, and Dustin Hoffman just keeps repeating the station, the
The call letters.
it just keeps doing it, and it just all of a sudden I just kept hearing, "She's only rock and roll." She's only rock and roll.
Yeah.
WSHE number 1, the top 10 at 10. I'm Mitch Lewis. Oh, and that was John Ross. He was a great jock. He was always, he always thought he sounded really cool. And what was the other one? What was the other dude that was on She?
Oh God.
It was really good in that day, in the early 90s.
Well, Castronova was there.
Huh? No, not the morning crap. Fuck that. I wasn't into it. I never was, and I was a Ron and Ron guy, not a Ron and Paul guy. Ron and Ron was way better. Remember? I told you
can't
at
remember.
125, we had ladies who shot ping pong balls out of their hoo-haws.
I know.
Hoo-haws. Sorry, I turned into Al Pacino from Son of a Woman. Hoo-ah. Is he really saying, what is he saying? Is he saying ooh-ah, or is he saying whoor really slow?
I don't know.
Hoo-ah. Me
I
either.
don't know.
All right. Jim Morrison, that's where McConaughey got that for Kid Confused and Dazed. Oh, we talked about Dazed and Confused. See that? Full circle. Full circle.
Yep.
And you know why it's a full circle? You know how we can tell? Because this told us. Why isn't it playing? Oh, there it is. Meditation time on the whip.
I like that. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, the colors. Why do I have it turned down so low? That's better, right? So I can play it again now with it nice and loud. Isn't that sweet? Do the D. Wallace mom from E.T. Exercise I learned from her, which is count to 4 as you breathe in through your nose, and then hold it for count to 4 again while you hold it, and then count to 4 as you exhale. And then do whatever you want for 4 seconds and then repeat. That's how she said it too. That is some cool shit. And of course, like I said, it's called Wayne Visual on Instagram. That's some badass shit. And that was funny because when I sent that to you, I thought it was just a picture. I didn't even realize.
Oh, you didn't?
So
you have to click it and it'll play.
Yeah, it became even cooler. It became even cooler. Just like my penis after the Viagra. Now we can't stop saying hello. Total joke. I don't have any fucking Viagra in this house. Don't want it. I'd rather not.
I think there's a...
I try not to think with that brain anymore.
It's got to be a nature's Viagra. I'm sure there's a natural one somewhere.
Oh, isn't it? What it was one of those is that it's red. It's a fruit-like thing. It's called, what is it? A pomegranate. Apparently pomegranate is. I remember learning that story came out, I think, went back in the Ron and Ron days. In 97, I think. Also, no, that was also the one where they were talking about Yohimbi makes your Yohimbi. So that became our greeting for when people called up. Let's go to Tim in Tampa. Yohimbi. What's up, boys? And then we had more on the balls. Then there was more on the balls was a greeting for a while because the intern, our intern, what was her name? I can see her face. Can't remember her name, but she had told a story about when she was a kid and her mom and her boyfriend were in the hot tub while she was sleeping, and she woke up to go to the bathroom or whatever, and out of the window she just kept hearing her mom's boyfriend saying, "Oh, more on the balls." So that became our greeting for a while. Chris and Orlando, you're on the Ron and Ron show. More on the balls.
Oh, poor girl.
Jeff in Miami, you're on the Ron and Ron show. More on the balls, boys. It was kind of like with Rick and Suds. Remember, Rick and Suds had buttloads.
Yes. Yeah, we got
buttloads back at you.
Some comments.
Mr. Beckham, say good morning to my balls. Yeah, Mr. Beckham has been on the whip before. Oh, look at that! See, did I ever tell you he's got gonorrhea? See that green dick? Yeah, Mr. Beckham has been on many whips. Yeah, I've taken the leather to his ass a few times. Oh, I roasted that motherfucker once. Yeah, go down.
The roast that you sent me?
Yeah, I sent that to you.
Okay.
The other night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Beckham. Been a while. That was fun too. Yeah, go check that out. If
I see.
New whips. Go through the videos. I don't know how old it is. About a year maybe. My hair is much shorter. That's for shorter. Mm-hmm. My hair looks more like that. I'm kidding. That's my anus. That's the picture they gave me after I got my proctology exam. They said, "Did you want to see pictures of what we did?" Yeah. What is that? Oh, that's just, I don't know. That's your anus, dude. I didn't know it had teeth. No.
Gotta be careful back there.
Obviously, what they were telling me was I have a tapeworm. Oh, my.
Oh, man.
What else you got for pics? What else you got? Do you have any more mushroom pics? Disguised as my... So I can then go... And tell everybody, what's up? Sorry, couldn't help myself. So what did you talk about when I was gone, huh? What'd you talk about, huh?
Just more mom stuff. I was talking about Sarah.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't know what else to talk about.
Oh, that's totally fine. Yeah, I'll check it out.
I was at a loss for words.
Why?
I
What
was
happened?
verklempt.
You went Jewish? What? I'll give you a topic. Butter. Discuss.
I don't know why I have this picture, but
What are
I
you
don't know what I
doing?
used it.
I don't know.
I don't know what I used it for.
Somebody's horny.
But you
It's a
were
picture
talking
for the
about
listeners. For the
Al
audio
Pacino,
only, it's a pic. It's with Al Pacino about to Michael
kiss
Corleone
Fredo.
about to kiss Fredo in Cuba. Oh, that's why you got it, because it's Cuba.
No, I don't remember why I have it there.
Well, that's where that takes place. Not that that's
Mm-hmm.
where they shot it, but that's where that in the story, in the movie, that's
Right.
where they are. And
Yeah.
I knew it was you. I know it was you, Fredo. I
Yeah,
know it
it's
was
so
you.
funny. When you talked about the 5 families, and I went over to that picture. I'm like, oh, I have a picture from The Godfather. Why do I
Beautiful.
have that there? I don't know why.
Man, that one lady back there, she's got one serious problem with dandruff. But that, oh yeah, we talked about the trivia, the Godfather trivia, right? I told you about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What whip was that? Do you remember?
It was
Has to be from
early,
anything
probably
from 21, 21, 22?
yeah, probably 21 or 22.
Yeah, I'm not giving it away. So yeah, if you wanna know that little trivia, gotta go back and find it.
Yeah, it was like the first. I think it was the first one.
I don't know if I put Godfather in the notes. I don't feel like I
Maybe not.
remember. But then again, all I feel is my cock because of the Viagra. So what, Wayne? Why you
No,
gotta tell that?
no, it's because of
Because it's
this.
funny.
Where are we? Where are we?
Quattro. Oh shit! Didn't mean to
Cuatro.
do a commercial. Can you black that out?
Dios
Oh,
mío.
not to sound racist. Didn't mean to do that. Luckily, my pick is really small, kind of like my wang.
Your pick.
So maybe that it didn't translate. But, that wasn't a commercial for what I drink.
Oh, I know what there was. You wanted me to. I think it was this one.
Oh man, yeah, 23 minutes left. We're doing pretty good. Oh, cool. That's right. Yeah, Neil Rogers Radio.
Yeah.
Great. And that
They
number, that's
reposted a
old
couple.
too. That's old. That one there.
That's
a
the first
few
one
days
they
ago.
retweeted.
Not the first one, but that's just from meaning the first one. That's the first one, meaning of the last two, because he
Okay.
retweeted the Ron thing when I told the
Okay. Yeah.
that one, and because I think that's early on, so that probably got more to it because that's days ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, check out the Neil Rogers Radio on Twitter and definitely the YouTube as well.
Yeah. They have some good clips on there. I
Great
know what I'm
stuff.
gonna do. I'm gonna put up another picture that you sent me, so
There's
I
some
can go
Ron.
take
He's
my.
he's got a Ron playlist, and there's stuff.
He
with,
does, yeah.
There's stuff with me on it. There's stuff where fucking Batman talking the whole thing where Sue Miller apparently one of the ladies from one of the beginners of one of the first core members of the meeting of the 5 families, evidently, and her husband was actually ended up being my best man. But
Oh,
before,
wow.
and I apparently during sex, she said my name. So then, of course, I had to tell the guys. So it became a whole thing, and then they got her on the phone, and there's a Ron on the playlist that Frenchie, something about Frenchie, or because that's what they called her. That's what they called Sue. They were her and the other girl. They were called the Pink Ladies. What's that?
Oh my god! I said it wasn't me.
Oh no. Oh. There were no Cubanos.
I got it.
But yeah, that's there on that playlist. He's got a playlist of Rick and Sud stuff on the Neil Rogers Radio YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great stuff. Great stuff to go back to and listen. And if I was, I didn't realize we were going to talk about that. So otherwise, I would have had some Fadic stuff. 610 WIOD.
So I'm gonna put up this one that you sent me, so it could be my turn for my bathroom break. We're going till 11 or 12.
I didn't know. You said you had to get up early tomorrow, so I figured we just do 2 hours.
Okay.
You can do. We can do more if you want. I don't care.
If
I'm
something's
here.
happening at 11. All right, I'm gonna do this so I can go take my
There's
quick
no
break.
hard out, if I can say that.
All right.
Because yeah, I'm gonna have to take another pee myself. Yeah, look at this shit. Where's the whip?
I'll be back.
Right on. You can. Yeah. I want to see what do you got now for your avatar? The heat miser. Where's the whip? You know, I can't read this. What was it? It's a generally said blah blah blah. Rogan's podcast is the biggest on earth, but how massive is it? I don't know. There's some tweet that somebody. Where did I? Oh, I saw this on YouTube. YouTube. No, Yahoo News. It was a story thing that I clicked on, and it was this tweet is where they got everything from blah blah blah. Where's the whip? Look how Rogan ain't that big. I know. His wife told me. Oh, sorry, I had to do that. Oh, he's gonna kill me. The point being is the whip needs to be on that fucking list. I'm fine with like I was gonna say I'm fine with the bottom, but that would sound gay. I'm fine with right in the middle, like the fucking like the Three Bears. Not too hot, not too cold, right in the middle. Or like in the movie, what was that? I remember that. I still remember that joke because it was one of the first R-rated movies I was able to go to the movies and see. The skiing movie in the early '80s. The fuck was that movie? Kind of like Porky's, but set like in skiing. That kind of sophomoric humor. And David Naughton, was that it? The guy from American Werewolf in London. I believe he was the lead. I think it was him, or was it Tim Matheson? I don't know. Anyway, one of the characters said something about some blah blah blah, not on the left side, not on the right side, but right in the middle. And then later on, there was a callback to that. Him saying that, there was a callback with a joke where somebody said, why don't you just kiss my ass? Not on the left side, not on the right side, but right in the middle. And what am I talking about? Oh, in the middle. The middle. Right in the middle. Like the Bears. Bears. There we go again. The Bears. The Bears. Don't do that. Why'd you do that? Because you're not... because of the Millers. The Millers are from Chicago. Sue Miller. Frenchie. And her husband, who they called Tom Kite for a while, because he did look like Tom Kite when they first met him with the hat he was wearing and his glasses. From a distance, it was like, holy shit. But then, of course, he started talking, and he went, oh, this guy's a dunce. Of course he was a dunce. He was my best man. But they actually are from Chicago. And now, I knew them in Florida, but now they are actually back in Chicago, and Joe has done time. He's done hard time. That fucker had to go to prison for DUIs. That's how much of a problem he's had. Sorry, this isn't Alcoholics Anonymous. I can tell everybody. I didn't say his last name. Church. That would be indiscreet. That's yeah, where's the whip? We got to get the whip in there. I was just talking about how the whip's got to be, got to stick it in the middle. I'd be fine with $1 billion. I mean, no, I can't even read that fucking thing. It's so small. I'm so blind now.
So sorry.
No, you're okay. It's just it's me. But yeah, that does look better. We're on Spotify. Where's the whip? You know what? I know why the whip's not there. Of course, nobody knows nobody knows it exists. The point is, I would put up any hour of any whip against any one of those motherfucking podcasts and there's gonna be way more fucking laughs. I know that some of them aren't even based in being funny. I get that. And I'm a TED Talk person. I used to be. I used to a lot more. That's where I first came across Paul Stamets, was the TED Talk that he did. That one he did back in, I think it was '07. What the hell is that? Call her daddy? What the fuck is that? And then you got what is this? On Purpose, Jay Shitty? What? Who the hell is Jay
Jay
Shitty?
Shetty.
Oh,
Shetty.
Shetty. Oh. Oh, well, I guarantee if I hit play on that, I'd say, boy, this is shitty. And I'm sure 1,000 more than 1,000 people have said the same thing. But I'm kidding. It might be good. I'm goofing right now. The Daily. What a fucking stupid name. It's almost as dumb as the Waning Interest podcast. Serial killers. Jesus Christ, dude.
That one makes me laugh.
It makes me laugh, but it also makes me think of that's what people want to fucking listen to. The absolute obsession with fucking serial killers. It's funny, and they better not have an episode of fucking Manson, because I'm so tired of hearing people stick Manson into the pack of fucking serial. Don't you have to kill more? He didn't kill us. That was Tex Watson. So if Charles Manson is a serial killer, even though he didn't give those orders, then geez, what do they call all the presidents? Huberman Lab. What the hell is that? I guess I should have done a little homework before I told you to pull this fucking thing up. The only one I know is Theo Vaughn, and I can't fucking believe Theo Vaughn has that many. Holy shit.
He's all over.
That one just blows me away. Well, no, most of them blow me away. But Theo, it just blows me away how that he's gotten up to that big. No, I'm not saying it's bad. I used to watch too many fucking commercials, though. When they get that big, and I'm so sick of it. I can't. The only time I enjoyed commercials was when I used to listen to the Bill Burr podcast. The Monday morning, was it Monday morning podcast? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. I used to listen to that all the time, but listening to him do ads was funny because the way he'd do it, and was it zip recruiter? Oh my God, we're doing ads. I'm not getting paid. Don't shut up, Wayne. They ain't paying you.
No, nobody knew what you said.
Of course not. Does it even exist anymore? I must.
It does.
I'm gonna have to pee again. Ooh.
You and your weak bladder.
Excuse me. Well, it's also that I didn't eat right before I ate earlier. I had my chicken. I eat more chicken than every man I've ever seen. I did. I had my 2 thighs. I ate a lot of chicken. I ate a lot of chicken thighs. I threw some lemon on this time because I didn't have any lemon, and when I went to the store today, getting ready for the impending storm, I remembered to finally get some lemon juice. So I gave my chicken a couple squirts.
And you rubbed the lemon on your thighs.
Shit! Did it play?
It did.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
It did? Well, it didn't for me, so... There, okay. I didn't get to feel the whole thing like you did. If I can... Of course I can.
So did you rub the lemon on your thighs?
I squirted it on there first before I rubbed it in, because you got to get poison out first. So I went squirt, squirt, thanks Neil, and I literally said thanks Neil after I did it. So yeah, I put some lemon. I squatted some lemon on my chicken, as I like to say, and it did. It had a nice little, and it wasn't a whole lot, because it's a little salty. So, just a little, and then, When I did that, I went, oh, wow, I really do have to pee. So when I made the motion, it's definitely something I'm going to do tomorrow when I have more thighs. When I crawl up more thighs. Yeah. Time to pee. It's all you, girl.
Oh Lord, I swear, him and his bladder.
I swear, and I do.
You and your,
I also have to go have some nicotine.
great, just great. You and your bladder. All right, let's see. I don't know if we talked about this picture. Oh, I can't share. Oh, darn. I can't do anything when he's not here. Damn you, Wayne. Oh, well. Anyway. Oops, that's my chair making noise. Oh, why do I run out of things to say when I'm by myself? Gotta have somebody to talk to. All right, so something I thought of is the first concert I went to. I was gonna ask him that when we were talking about concerts and what's there, the Guns N' Roses and the concerts and stuff. So very first concert I went to, I was 9 years old. Excuse me. And I saw Dolly Parton and Sugar Hill Gang. Sugar Hill Gang opened for Dolly Parton. And this was at the Dade County Youth Fair in Miami. And every time I think about that, I just think it's just such a funny combination and a funny first concert to go to. But from what I remember, it was great. My mom went and my little brother. So I was 9, so he was like 4 or 5. And he went to see it. And I remember Dolly Parton being great. She was so much fun. That's probably why she had Sugar Hill Gang open for her. They were like the big thing at the moment. Everybody had to have what was that song? Rapper's Delight. The Rapper's Delight 12-inch. I still have it, as a matter of fact. From back then. I used to play it on I had a little record player. Oh my gosh. I had a little record player that was in the shape of a ladybug, and you'd take the wings off of the ladybug, and there was the record player. I bet that thing would be worth so much money right now if I still had that. So that was my record player. And yeah. And I'm pretty sure my parents had like a big, regular record player. But I would play all my stuff on my little ladybug. So yeah, I didn't have any Dolly Parton records, but my mom loved Dolly Parton, so that's why we went to see her there. And I also saw, when I was 14, I saw Menudo at the Dade County Youth Fair too. As a matter of fact, the day that I went to see Menudo play, it was the same day that Marvin Gaye got killed. The same day he got shot, because we were listening to the radio and they were saying it on the news, like as we were driving over there to go to the concert. I know you're there, dude. I hear you.
Dude, I'm just getting set. I have to put my,
my
can in my. I have to stick my thing in my thing.
Just do it.
And then
do it.
And then also stick that thing in my ear. Yeah.
So yeah, I was saying I went to see Menudo when I was 14.
No shit.
I think I was 14 at the day.
Was this the one with Ricky Martin?
Yeah, well, it wasn't that. He wasn't in it yet.
Oh, this was before Ricky Martin's version.
You be froze.
Is it snowing?
Before. Yeah, before Ricky Martin. You still frozen.
I'm still frozen?
There you are.
What the
Not
hell,
anymore.
yo?
You're back. You're back.
Am I good? Everything's good? Sounds good? Everybody anybody in the chat, say something. Do I sound shitty poo-poo?
You're good.
Do I sound shitty poo-poo? Of course I do. Anyway,
so the day that I went to that concert, we were listening to the radio. Oh, why'd you get stuck again?
I keep getting stuck, huh? Hey, let me bounce
Anyway,
out. Can you hear me
yeah.
though? You can hear me fine?
Huh?
You can hear me fine though?
I hear you. You're coming in and out. Oh, well, he's gone. I
How
swear
about
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
am
There
I
you are.
back?
You're back. Yeah,
Everything cool?
you're
Is
better.
it good now?
You are good. So,
Okay,
the
menudo.
day, yes, the day we were driving
That's the
over to that
problem. Every time
concert,
we say menudo,
every
fucking
time I say it, I know.
go ahead.
We
Curse
were
word.
listening to the radio on the way, and they broke in with the news that Marvin Gaye got shot. It was that day.
Man, that was
Do
a
you
long
remember
time
that?
ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago because I think I was either 13 or 14 at that time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the weird part, of course, was that it was his dad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was it's like, oh shit, what? He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
What? How'd he die?
Yeah, yeah.
His dad. Damn.
So yeah.
A little bit of a family squabble.
Where else? That might have been the only. Oh, then I probably went like after that. I went to a few. I see you. I see you.
Secret extra drink.
I see you.
I see that shit.
I went to like some Miami freestyle concerts. You know, the Power 96 stuff at the Dade County Youth Fair.
WPOW Power 96.
That's probably when I was about 15 or so. And and then at the Broward County Fair, you know who I saw? Rick Springfield.
Jesse's Girl, one of my favorite songs. That one in what's the other one that's my favorite? Not the big one. It wasn't one of the bigger ones. It was like the third biggest one.
I can't remember.
Shitballs, motherfucker. Where's my phone? Shitballs, motherfucker. That's gonna be the name of my my punk band. Shitballs, motherfucker. Straight from Great Ugulasta. Shitball, motherfuckers. Can't say that on the radio.
There's I've Done Everything for You. Don't Talk to Strangers.
I've done everything for you. I've done everything for you is one of my favorites. Yeah.
Okay.
I've done everything for you.
Oh yeah.
You done
Oh, that's a
nothing
good
for
song.
me. I've done everything for you.
That is a good song.
You done nothing for me.
I was saying my first concert when I was 9 was Dolly Parton with Sugar Hill Gang.
Sorry, little Neil thing, huh? Nine.
Dolly Parton with Sugar Hill Gang when I was 9.
God, she's gross.
It was a good concert.
I'm sure it was. I'm not saying anything about her talent. It's she's gross.
Yeah.
She's a V pusher in corporate, whatever. But speaking of that, my first concert was Kenny Rogers, Eddie Rabbitt, and Sawyer Brown here in Cumberland County Civic Center. And one of the big thing, of course, it was big because Kenny was huge at the time.
Gambler? Was it around the time of the Gambler?
82, 83, I guess it was. And of course, Eddie Rabbitt, was huge. But Sawyer Brown was their opener, and Sawyer Brown had just won Star Search. And I didn't know it until they told me when I was just a kid. I didn't know this shit. But then the drummer from Sawyer Brown was from Maine.
Oh.
So it was kind of like a homecoming show for him. So it was even cooler to go to this show, I guess,
That's
when I was
cool.
a kid. It was my first time going to a concert there. I'd only been there before for Maine Mariner hockey games.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, country. And then what else?
That's cool.
Something else. Oh, well, speaking of Dolly, that's where I spent my honeymoon and my first anniversary.
Dollywood?
Oh, getting back to the concession obsession. Outside of Dollywood. What's it called? Shit. The hell is that fucking place called? It's a weird name. But it's right near Dollywood. It's up in these Pigeon Forge.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And there's these mountains, and there's a whole bunch of cabins, and the way they do them, they're done really well to where they're placed to where you're okay to be naked on your back porch with the hot tub that they all had. I think most of them, I think they all had them, had a hot tub, because that's one thing we did a lot of, and you didn't have to worry about any lookers. There was and there was a bunch of them, and they were sweet fucking cabins. I had a pool table. That's what we did for our honeymoon, and then went back for our first anniversary to a different cabin though.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went to dinner the first night, we went over, after we ate dinner, we went over, there was a Ben and Jerry's. And of course, this is after, Riley's born or whatever. So that whole thing that I talked about earlier with the whole thing with the Ben and Jerry's,
Mm-hmm.
the concession obsession, we go in there, and as we order our normal shit from the thing, because normally I just got the shit from the grocery store. We didn't usually go into actual Ben and Jerry's. And when I get the concession, the girl proceeds to tell us that that one's gonna they're not gonna make it anymore. I'm like, you're not gonna make concession obsession anymore? What the fuck is wrong with you? What? And then I went, this is an omen. And of course, we divorced a few years later. That was funnier in my head.
It was the Ben and Jerry's.
Time's gone by. It's fun to joke about now. But yeah, yeah, I knew I hadn't finished. I knew there was a story that I hadn't finished from earlier, and it was all about the concession obsession. And it went back to Pigeon Forge and Dolly Parton, but we didn't do the Dollywood thing.
I don't know what's.
We just spent all our time right in the cabin. Am I freezing again?
Yeah, you're going in and out. I don't know why.
Am I going in and out? Somebody say something in the chat if I'm going in and out for you, or is it just with Susie? Why am I going in and out? What the hell would it be?
I only had one glass of wine. Is
it fine now?
So you're talking, but your sound is off.
Oh, like I'm, it's out of sync?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder what's the whole thing with stopping the cam. Dee-da-da-dee-da-da-dee-da-da-do. Dee-da-da-do. Testing, testing. Green 2, 3. Testing, testing. Eat my ass. Is it still bad? Can you see everything just fine?
I see you, and you.
Oh my god! I need to brush my tongue. See, that's the.
But yeah,
the tea.
You are like
still popping in and out.
No, it was off. It was unsynced. But now you're talk again.
Now it's fine. Now it's back to being okay.
Yeah. Okay. You're okay.
What the hell's going on? Take off your internet or something. Maybe it's from your internet from being. Maybe something where you got playing. I don't know.
No, I don't have anything playing.
Maybe it is me. Maybe it's the wind. Maybe it's getting cold. Maybe something's about to happen with the. Because like I said, we're supposed. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Now I'm afraid that I'm talking like nobody's there anymore. Like I'm on the phone and like how fucking long was I talking before I realized the fucking we got disconnected because there was no.
Love when that happens.
But we're like I said, we're supposed to get a bunch of snow, so maybe it's affecting my internet. I don't know.
Maybe we both have bad weather.
Maybe, yeah, that's true too. You got your rain. You got your rain. Your Wayne rain from Maine. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you there's a Wayne, Maine, and my actual born name was Wing. I'm a Wing, and there's a Wing ring in Wayne, Maine. I should go be the fucking mayor.
Oh man, I'm confused.
Confused why? Am I cutting in and out again?
No, Wing, Ring, Maine, Wayne.
My original name, my born name was Wayne Wing. Here in Maine, and there is a
Wing, Maine.
What the hell? Oh, sorry, I'm getting some messages. So my original name was Wing. The last name was Wing. So and here in Maine, and there's a Wing ring in Wayne, Maine. Oh, and the Wing ring, it's a graveyard.
Great.
Forgot that part. I think it is anyway, but there's a whole lot of wings in there. So of course, across the street, there's a bunch of dings. I don't know. I've never been. I went through it once or twice. Drove through it once or twice because I'd heard about it. I knew it was there, of course. And it was my daughter and my mom. We drove up north just to see some sights. And there's that bowling alley up there in can't remember the town. Couple hours north. Anyway, we actually went past Wayne, Maine, and I said to my kid, I said, look at there, your daddy's got a town named after him.
Yeah, there you go again.
Am I cutting out some more?
And it's spelled, yeah.
Fucking
Is it spelled
pissing
like
me
your
off,
name,
dude.
Wayne?
I'm getting mad now because I can't stand that shit. Fuck. I don't want to get mad.
Uh-oh. Maybe it was just me. There he is. Hi.
No, I punched myself out to just try to sort of try to reset it or whatever.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking settings? I hate when audio and when shit's fucked up. Don't like it.
Maybe when we watch it back, it might be me.
Maybe. I don't know. Nobody's fucking said anything in the chat, even though I know there's people watching. So I guess to them everything's just fine. But then,
yeah, hopefully,
you know how deeply are they really listening? But no, usually that's the thing with chat. That's one of the good things about the chats and when you watch podcasts is they'll let you know if you're. Was it Jackson Hinkle once? Fucking, I tuned into Jackson Hinkle on his thing when he was still allowed on YouTube, and he's just. I'm like, Does he not know that he doesn't know that he's muted? Is this? And then I go into the chat, look over in the chat, I turn it on, and like everybody is just, dude, muted. Everybody telling him, which of course, obviously, but any little thing, they'll usually fucking throw it right at you and tell you if something's fucked up.
Yeah.
So there, where was I? Because I'm getting all motherfucking irritated from fucking, being all that.
Motherfuckers been to the moon neither, but that's just me.
Yeah. Sorry, just had to chill out for a second.
Yeah. I know.
And I am going to have to go back and get... when I went to get went to have my little nicotine fix, I meant to bring back some more tea, but I forgot. So I will have to take another little trip. This is the best part. The part of the trip, the trip that I really like. It's a soft parade, the Doors. We're going great.
that cup is almost full.
It is, but...
You have time.
Oh, I have time. It'll be a minute. I'm just
so saying. You said you took your daughter to Wayne, Maine?
I didn't take. No, we just drove past it on the way up north to the part that I can't. I almost said Lake Arrowhead, but no, near Moosehead Lake.
Okay.
We went up there, and there was a bowling alley up there, which I had no idea. We didn't go there to bowl, but that's just where we went to eat. Excuse me, I can't remember the name of the fucking place. But there was recently there was something I saw where I don't remember what it was, but it was something where that I was like, oh, we've been there. It popped up somewhere on Facebook or something. I'm like, oh, that's where we went to eat once. I recognize it just from all the horns on the walls on the inside of the door. But there's also I think it's 10 lanes, 10 or 12. But it seemed kind of nice. But I bet there was no oil on those fucking lanes. Definitely don't want to be a two-hander bowling on lanes with no oil. The ball will immediately hook. You won't be able to control it, and then you'll just be like... Did it play?
It did.
Okay, all right. Jesus Christ. I worry about these things.
It's playing.
Oh, now I see this. You put that. Yeah, this popped up through the Jim Morrison Instagram that I follow. And they put stuff up, man. And they put that. I saw that and went, oh, look at that. The Lords and the New Creatures. Nice. Snakeskin jacket, Indian eyes, brilliant hair. He moves in disturbed Nile insect air. He moves in disturbed Nile insect air. So obviously he's in Seattle. That's where the Nile River is, right? Brilliant
Yeah.
hair. Brilliant hair. Not usually when you hear, that's not usually a word you use. That's why, I guess that's part of the reason why it's cool, because you don't usually associate the word brilliant with hair when you're talking about hair.
Is he talking about himself?
I don't think so, but maybe. Snakeskin jacket, Indian eyes. I guess
Because he
because
has dark eyes.
well, I think that might be a reference to the whole thing with him, what he said about the when he was a little kid and they drove through. I think it was New Mexico, and they drove past an accident that had happened. A bunch of people died, and some of them were Indian. So apparently, like some Indian souls jumped into him as they drove through that crash. So he now, because he has part Indian soul, he thought, I guess. I don't know so much about that. I think that was made blown up more than it probably was. But that's what maybe that's what he meant with the, so his soul, the eyes that he looks through are from an Indian soul.
Right.
So maybe, Nile insect air. Yeah, show business. Maybe. I don't know. I have no fucking clue what it means, really. I'm just, and I wish when I was a kid, that's one of the wishes that I do have when I would, to go back, when I'm paying attention more to this stuff, because I would have just been, it would all just been just quick images in my head, and I'm like, yeah, but okay, whatever. And wouldn't really go into it. But now I'm, now I'm at that point, I've been at that point for years now, where it's like, what the fuck is this motherfucker talking about?
I had one of the live cassettes, and I think I remember
Absolutely
it.
Live?
Yeah, it was all live.
Yeah, but the live album.
Yeah.
So if it was back then and on a cassette, then it would have been, their live album was Absolutely Live.
Oh, I guess.
But there wasn't. Wait, there wasn't. There might have been a second one at that point. But now there's been a bunch. But back when
I think
we were
I
kids,
was like, yeah, I was maybe 12, 13. I can't remember. But I think the jacket, like the inside had a bunch of his poetry. The
oh neat. So
yeah.
maybe it was it American Prayer that you had?
I wish I still had it.
Which they produced a bunch of years after he died with from a recording that he did, just reading his poetry in a studio, and the Doors
it was
put music to it. But no, so it wasn't American Prayer. It was a live album.
It was a live album. But besides the credits and everything about the music, there was his poetry, like, added in the, it was one of those big ones that folded out,
Oh, nice. I think I know what you're talking about.
I just don't remember the name of it.
Shit. What was I just gonna say? Oh shit. Shit balls. I had it, and then I lost it, and then it came back, and I went, okay, I got it, and now it's gone again.
Was it something about his poetry, reading it live?
The poetry, no.
The music, no.
Almost. But like that something that just didn't mean to happen, but like, what was it? The Lord's, the rehearsal video that's up there on YouTube, the medley, the whiskey bar medley at the end, when I thought we were going to end at one point with 5-1, and then the guys kept going, and I'm like, okay, and then I just kept spewing. I just started spewing like something that he would have done, and I didn't mean to, but it just fucking fit. And I actually say creatures because I mentioned this on the last podcast, right? I think I did. But it was such a trip, and I'd forgotten I even did that until I saw the video, and I went, "Oh my god!" I didn't even mean that. I didn't even mean for it to be like a Doors live album. Speaking of live albums, where there was sometimes where he would, he would do some of his stuff while they just played whatever, and
Yeah.
he'd spew some of it.
Yeah.
That's like Texas Radio and the Big Beat was. I think you hear some of it on before it was actually done on L.A. Woman. You hear pieces of it on some of the other live stuff from previous before. But oh man, I thought almost had whatever it was come back, but it didn't.
But if I remember correctly, he would like either between songs or just like there would be like a lull in the music, and then he would recite some of his poetry when he
Sometimes,
was
yeah.
singing live, right? Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
I remember that from that. In that album, he was doing that. I just don't. But he was also, it was also their music, he was singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, it's so funny when,
I
and also
remember.
to go back and remember that. And I'm like, why wasn't I into it as much back then? But, I guess that's what I was meaning before I just hit remove. Why didn't it? Excuse me. But it was back when, I just wanted to hear those songs over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Certain songs, anyway. And I remember, oh man, now to hear Light My Fire, the edit, the old radio, which you don't hear anymore. I guess I don't listen to the radio anymore. Ugh.
Yeah.
But there was, I think it must have popped up in my YouTube. I don't know, but I heard the old radio edit, because normally the song is 7.5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So the radio version was 4:30, I think it was. So to hear it now and then, or to hear the Sweet Child of Mine radio edit, when you hear that edit, when it just all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck? Oh God, that's
Yeah.
that's gross. Even though I don't want to hear that song anymore anyway. Even though it was playing, it did play well, but before we went on the air.
Yeah.
But yeah, you hear that radio edit. It's gross.
I know.
Fucking radio. So much great stuff about radio, but it's like a sword. Everything is a sword. It's got a good side and a bad side.
Yeah.
A sword.
True.
Like Sword in the Stone, which is really about mushrooms. Mushy. Man, my belly. See, I didn't even know. Even though I've eaten more chicken than any man ever seen, I still didn't eat enough chicken.
Oh man.
Oh man, I really hope there's somebody fucking got video of if Dennis went in and dropped in and played with Flash. I really hope somebody got some video.
Mr. Beckham, in a world where
Mr. Beckham was never king.
so do oh sorry, I was gonna say, do they hide the chicken when you head to the store? Here he comes, hide the chicken.
Yeah, they actually have a game there. It's called Hide the Chicken. And like, when they started doing it, and I had to stop them and go, when I played that game, it was a little different. You guys are just being mean. There was pleasure on both ends when I know how to play Hide the Chicken. Whatever that means. Oh, and speaking of the Lords and the Doors, are my the tribute band. The tribute to the music of the Doors. I don't like saying tribute band. It sounds kind of cheesy. But we are, because I'm in the band, so of course it's cheesy. But the links are in the description. And I don't know about this one, but not yet anyway. But in I think 125 and 24, there's links to where you can get to the Luigi's YouTube page, where there's more to see besides me. Didn't mean that one. But when you watch one of my, I've seen it like 7 times, and I've laughed every time I've rewatched the Roadhouse Blues. And every time I've watched it at the end, all night long. And what's cool is how Luigi kind of had the camera, one of the roaming camera down below, sort of. So it's kind of, it's coming at me, coming up at me as I'm going all night long, like Steve's penis.
Yes, I heard that.
And then my laugh afterwards, I'm like, when I first saw that back, I went, and then I went, I don't remember doing that at all. But I've watched it a handful of times again since, and it's made me laugh every fucking time. I'm like, dude,
I was trying the pizza.
making yourself laugh. What a trip. And you ain't even doing mushy. That's where it got started with the Soft Parade. That's why we started talking about the Doors. Yeah, there's a part. Have you ever heard that song? You probably have, but probably not
Maybe.
many times.
Yeah,
Probably
I
not
can't
often.
remember.
Well, it's such a beautiful song. It's a long one too. It's got a little
Okay.
bit of girth, but it's long. But there's a part in there, and it is all these changes, dude. Am I still sounding okay? Everything's clear? Been clear ever
You're
since?
fine. You're
Okay.
fine. Yeah. Yeah. Ever since you did whatever you did, it's been fine.
Ever since I punched out and did a line of blow. So
Yeah.
the song, it goes all, when you listen to it when we get off. And you'll see in all these changes, it's a fucking great song, but there's a part in it, and it's fucking hilarious. Jim, you're like, this is the best part of the trip. This is the trip, the best part that I really like. What'd he say? That's what he says. He says what he say as well. You have to, everybody.
He's like answering himself.
Everybody strokes the word. No, everybody. Go listen to the Doors, the Soft Parade. And what a fucking beautiful song. We're hopefully going to do it. Dennis wants to do it, so that's a lot that's going to be a lot for me, especially towards the end. So maybe we'll have to make it like a medley and only do like the first. Just trim it somehow, so I don't have to do so much and hurt. Because see, obviously I start to lose my voice because I just don't know how to use it yet. Untrained motherfucker. What do you mean? I was trained by Bob Gaynor, but he said not to drink. Oops. So, Red Pudding Head. Dan, dan. It sounds like that. There's a Slash, and that's Conspirators. Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. What song is it? Na 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 na. But the riff and the little twist in the beginning, that's what it kind of sounded like I was doing right there, and didn't mean to. But whatever. What? Oh, that's right. Penis, right? Roadhouse penis. That's what I said. Right back to the fucking mushroom. Remember at the beginning we talked about dicks and mushrooms. Here we are talking about. I just screamed that because I said long and just being funny, like Steve's penis. I wonder what his wife, how she reacted when she first saw it. She probably looked at him like, "What's going on there?"
Oh God.
He wears your hat. He wears your jacket. What's going on there, Steve? What? How does Wayne know that your penis is long? It's being a fucking dildo at the end of the song. And that laugh, that psychotic laugh of mine. I'm like, oh, that scared me.
It was funny though.
Oh, it's also funny with Steve was watching back the Tuesday thing we shot for the Channel 5, the Saturday night special show that's supposed to be airing tomorrow, I guess. Was it at the end of Lover Madly? I do this jump with Steve's last crash at the end of the song, where that last crash. I did this little hop jump and stomp at the end with him. And then walked off the stage, and I watched it a second time, and I was looking back at him on the drums, and you could see him as I walk off the stage. He just goes, He's just he didn't make any noise, but he's laughing at me just leaving the fucking stage. I don't know. It was kind of a funny moment. It was neat. I don't know. Thinking about Steve. Yeah. Crazy bastard. He funny.
Oh,
He a
man.
funny motherfucker. Now, the next thing that we record, I guess the next time I have to see, I've worn his hat and I've worn his jacket. I guess next one I got to wear his underwear. No!
Probably.
No, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to say, dude, do you have a jock strap? I'll wear it. I'll wear it on the outside of my jeans.
What about those? What was he wearing finally that we couldn't figure out? Was it
It's kind of like
suspenders
it's kind of like a. Oh no, I don't remember. I know, I haven't.
or like a vest,
I
maybe?
can't really tell that thing, because it's.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Because he must have. Yeah, because I didn't really see much because I think he put it on. He wasn't wearing it when we first got there, and then we were setting shit up. I think he put it on right before, and then he was sitting behind the kid. I didn't really catch much of it because I was, busy trying to get used to the fucking sound in the room and how I could, hearing myself,
Yeah.
and jumping away from feedback. Good God.
Yeah, I thought that was some kind of special move.
It's too bad. It's too bad that I don't think that'll be, because that was just, I don't even think they recorded that one. That was just the version when we were, when they
Like
were
a
testing
rehearsal or testing.
yeah, technical rehearsal for the sound and cameras.
Yeah.
So I don't even think that got recorded by them. I think that's only me. So I don't think we get to see a nice finished version of the jump. Go ahead and jump. In a world where Beckham returned. Yeah, so check out, again, new whips, new parts of the pack. Go down, through the videos and, a bunch of clips, and go check out the Beckham roast. Lots of laughs, and I think, what is that? I think it's like 14 minutes, because it's, I roasted everybody, so I had me on 3 times, so.
Yeah.
And each time I changed my glasses, because they were all wore funny glasses, so I was doing it with them. It was a nice foursome. So, anyway, so it's all total, I think it's about 14 minutes long, because I wrote so many fucking jokes.
You did.
Obviously, at the time, I was unemployed. Had a little time on my hands. Like Junkyard. I got all the time in the world.
So the clip you sent me was 20 minutes, but it's not all, there's some setup and.
It's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes? I thought it was like
Yeah.
14.
20 minutes.
Good God, balls. I did not think it was that long. But I did
Me
think
neither.
it was thick. In a world where it all was thick, so thick, even if you didn't have a gag reflex, you do now.
Ooh.
That was pretty good. Nice. Pulled that one right out of my hole. Eee! Which one? Eee! Which one? Eee! Which one? Uh-oh, this is where he loses it.
Yeah, you look so different.
Just think Jack Torrance in The Shining. It's a lot of snow. And there's no snow out there yet. What? I look different where one went.
In the.
Oh, you're looking at it now. You're looking at the roast.
Well,
the
I'm
Beckham
looking
roast?
at the thumbnail. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my hair was
Just
much
look at the
shorter. I
picture.
think that's like 1.5 years or 2 years ago. That's quite a while. But it was fun, that's for sure. We had a fucking blast.
Yeah, they had fun.
Lots of fucking laughs, man. There's a whole bunch of laughs packed into that 20 minutes. It's packed right in there, stuffed right in there. Don't you love her face? Don't you love her as she's walking out the door? Yeah. Yeah, because the bitch was, she's dirty. She wasn't tidy enough for me, so yeah. Walk on out the door. I'm just making shit up. I thought you were pulling something up to do, so I'm just killing time. Oh, killing time. Another Junkyard song.
Oh my God, Wayne.
What? Where? When? Why?
Is that still the same one, or that's another one?
Where?
The one you just.
Oh no, it's
chugged.
the same one, dude. It's only there was only just a little. There was only like this much. I've only taken like little tiny little beeps.
All right, I need you to stay awake until the end of this.
Oh look, we got 30 minutes left. Got to get it all out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
It's a menthol mint little nipper. I grabbed one because I saw it and I said, "Ooh, that looks nice."
Actually, you know what?
So I grabbed it. It looked nice, so I grabbed what? What? What happened?
Have you ever had creme de menthe? Creme de menthe?
I have, yes.
Oh, you froze again.
I'm frozen. Motherfucker.
It's okay. Don't.
That's all right. I know. I'm fine.
Maybe it's
You know
me
what I should
because
do? Well, I gotta
I'm
go.
looking
I
at
gotta
the
go.
feed and you're fine.
Oh. All right.
You're gonna go pee again. You went to pee again.
Not quite yet.
I think it's
Not quite yet. I'm just.
there. You are.
I haven't gone. I haven't left yet, even though I really have. But you're just seeing me because you're tripping balls and nobody
Oh,
told you
that's
they
what it is.
slipped some shit in your shit. What happened?
I think no. I'm saying I think it's me because I'm looking at the feed and you're fine.
Oh, thank
Like
you,
you don't.
sweetie.
You don't freeze.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. You so fine.
Oh God. Yeah, you don't freeze. So I don't know.
Oh no, sucker.
I wonder.
Do you have something running? Maybe you have something running that's slowing something down somewhere on your side. I
Where
don't know.
is my mouse?
I don't know, but either way, you figure that out while I, go do my thing.
Of course.
I gotta go touch my thing to do my thing. No, I really don't touch it. I sit down and pee.
Oh, he told everybody.
Because I'm a lazy motherfucker.
He told everybody. I guess that's a thing. I sit down to pee too. He can't hear me. So yeah, I think it's me. I think I'm the one that's causing this freezy thing because I don't think you guys are experiencing that. But anyway, well, I hope everybody's having a good Saturday night watching us goofballs. I hate when I run out of things to say. I don't know, maybe I'm just having an off night. You know, it's been a long day. Oh, today's Friday. Did I say Saturday? Oh my God. I only had one glass of wine, I swear. I'm not that bad off. All right, it's Friday. It's Friday. Damn. Almost Saturday. Oh, he's going to laugh at me and then make fun of me. But I'm not clipping this, Wayne. I'm not going to clip this for any promos. Oh, Lord. I'm off. There's just days. There's just days that you're off. And what are you going to do? You sit here and talk to yourself. Anyhow, maybe as you watch these, just send Wayne some comments, things that you might want to see, you want to hear about. I'm sure we both have lots of stories of when we worked together, and and afterward. I have plenty of stories, and of course we'll be building more. Oh God, I don't know what's going on. Building more on that, as he does his his live stuff with the tribute to the Doors music of the Doors. And I don't know. I got nothing going on besides work and this. And my mouse isn't working. Lord. I think I heard him open a tea.
Ooh, sons.
They're gonna have to hide the
Stop
chicken,
making it
hide the tea
cold.
from
I
Wayne.
have to turn the motherfucker heat back on in 25 minutes.
28 days later.
Oh, when I think I told you about when I everything cool, everything, my sound all good, you know. Any bats in the cave?
Yes, you're fine now.
Yeah. When I was arrested when I went to jail in Australia, that New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, 1990. I told that story on one of the recently. Didn't I just tell that?
You were talking about Australia. I don't remember the jail story.
And talk about
What'd you
going to
do?
jail and being in the. When I tried to throw a hot dog into the woods, I wasn't really looking. I was just talking. I went, "Oh, this
Oh,
tastes
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
shit," and I threw it, and I apparently almost hit a cop on a horse.
Yeah. Okay, that's right.
That night, though, one of the reasons I was drunk. That was somebody had given me a bottle of Maduri. I was walking around with a bottle of Maduri. You know that shit, right? It's got that bubbly bottle. It's green. It's like kind of like the cream to mint sort of thing. Weird.
Yeah.
Somebody had given me that. I'm like, okay, sure. And I was walking around swigging that shit for a while. That's one of the reasons why. Well, I just went. Part of the reason probably why that fucking hot dog tasted like shit.
Oh,
There wasn't enough cream. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there wasn't enough. Must not have been enough cream cheese on it.
Ew.
I told you that though, right? That's where I learned the cream cheese. You haven't tried it
Yes,
yet?
you told me. No.
Go get some hot dogs. Get some buns. You know, go get some. You know, go get some of this. No, seriously. When next time you go to the store, go get some hot dogs and buns, and get some cream cheese, and you just take the cream cheese, just put it in the microwave for I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. You know, get it nice and runny. You know, make it look like sperm. And, you know, run it, and then you put it all over the dog in the bun. And then, you know, it's kind of like a felching sort of, you know, it's very gay, but it tastes good.
Do you put anything? Just
Boy, there's a pro there. End it right there. There's a clip. But it tastes good.
do you put anything else on it?
No, it's just that's the thing. When we walked, the first time I went to a club over there and got drunk, then like a big loud place. It was this 3-level thing that they actually called it Bedrock, and it had a theme, it had the Flintstones sort of theme to it. But upstairs was like a dancey type music, and then in the middle place was more like just a regular bar. With a jukebox, and then downstairs was like rock music, you know, like punk bands and shit. I remember going down there. I remember the lady asking for a Jack and Coke, and because it was so loud in there, all of a sudden she puts a jug of Coke in front of me, and I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, a Jack of Coke, not a jug." And I remember the look on her face, like, fucking Americans. But we walked out of there. We were buzzed. And going to the parking lot, right by the parking lot, there was a little hot dog vendor, and you know, doing up the thing. So we stopped, you know, because there was like 6 or 7 of us, and somebody wanted to stop, so we did. And I'm looking at the thing, going, "What is that?" Because he fucking, you know,
White
scooping
hot
out
dogs.
this white creamy shit, steaming, and I'm like, "What is that fucking load that he's putting on that dog?" And they're like, "Cream cheese." I'm like, cream cheese? I've never fucking heard of that. So I got one. It was awesome. One of the best hot dogs I've ever had. And then for years, that's how the kids, I used to feed that to the kids when they wanted hot dogs. I went, "Do you want cream cheese?" And they went, "Yep." So I'd melt fucking cream
Yes,
cheese.
Father.
Yes, Father. I would like some cream cheese on my dog. It sounded really weird.
So hot dog, bun, cream cheese, nothing else.
Yeah. Melted cream cheese, though. It's not
Right,
like
right, I know.
cold, you know, like you would normally, like you're going to put on your
Right.
on your lox and bagels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you melt that motherfucking shit. Make it nice and warm and gooey. In a world where it all was gooey, she did this. So, but it's good. It's and I haven't had it in a while. So now it reminds me, I need to fucking write that down next time I go to the store. Because I never buy hot dogs anymore.
Oh.
No, and I don't usually get cream cheese. I don't buy much cheese anymore. Hardly at all. But I always do have sour cream now. I put sour cream in everything with my scrambled eggs. From my potatoes, which I don't eat very often because I try not to eat the carbs, because I drink enough. I put enough balance on my belly with the tea. Mm-hmm. Oh, that goddamn sugar. Oh, speaking of which. So that's why I normally just try to eat. I try to do that just when I do actually eat dinner. It's usually just the protein. Mm-hmm. I just eat the chicken, Mama. Just the chicken. I should have some peas or corn with it. Sometimes I do, but usually I save the peas and the corn for when I just have potatoes by itself. Mm-hmm. Like last night, I got hungry and made instant potatoes, but nice and easy. Almost like in The Force Awakens when she makes the little bun, makes the little bread thing that goes poof, and all of a sudden there's food. That's what those instant potatoes, that bag, was it Idaho? Idahoan?
Yeah.
Idahoan?
Idahoan, I'm not the whole.
Oh, bitch, please. Ooh, there's a clip. Yeah, because I didn't want to, spend too much time, and I wanted something warm, because I was feeling lonely.
The thighs weren't warm enough for you.
And
you need some breasts.
I just do. Oh yes, I do. Need some of that sugar milk. But no, I didn't want to spend that much time cooking. So instead of, that was earlier. I'd had them earlier by themselves. So later on last night, when I got hungry, that's what I did. The potatoes and I put. You know what I did? I took pepperoni.
What did you did?
I take my pepperonis. I took my pepperoni and I started slicing it because I was angry at myself. No, so I take pepperoni and I microwave that. I just wanted, because I was doing it quick. Normally, what I do is in a frying pan, I'll just lay out a bunch of pepperoni, and then flip them until they're nice and kind of crispy.
Crispy, yeah.
And then lots of butter in that potato, and some cream cheese. I mean, not cream cheese. Sour cream.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say more butter?
Butter.
And then take the pepperoni, the crispy pepperoni, and just, and put that into that. And then, fuck.
Kind of like spicy bacon.
And then, of course, and then in another little pot. Speaking of pot, where's my lighter? Oh, shit, I might have to go get my lighter. I forgot my lighter.
Lord.
Son of a bitch. But like I said, what I was going to say is, in another pot, I have my, there it is. Either corn or peas. And then you drain the corn and peas, and when you make the corn, when you heat up the corn or the peas, what you put in there? A lot of butter. In a world where butter was king. And then, when you drain as much as you can, and you put that in with there too, with the pepperoni and with the potato with even more
Just
butter.
Mix it all together.
Fuck yeah, dude. And there was so much last night, and I had a lot. I had a bunch. That's what I had for my fucking snack. Before I went to the store and got some chicken. I had leftover potatoes.
We haven't
when
had.
You put it in, you put a little, more butter, of course, when you reheat the leftover, and then also a little bit of half and half. And then, of course, a little more butter.
Finish it with butter.
Damn, it just don't have enough. That ain't yellow enough.
We haven't had KFC in years, but I remember we used to get the mashed potatoes, gravy, and the coleslaw, and you mix that together with your chicken. Did you ever do that?
No, I never did that.
It was good. It was good. I mean, I won't do it now.
When I used to eat KFC, I wasn't into coleslaw back then, and I haven't eaten it in forever. But now I like coleslaw. Also at that one, we got to a point where their potatoes were just like, this isn't.
Yeah, they started to
It
taste
it's
artificial.
not real. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it was.
But I think their coleslaw was so, I don't know if people still get it, but I remember when I was a kid, that was like a thing. Like everybody loved the KFC coleslaw, but it's just so because it's full of sugar.
It
It's
is
like
really
super
sweet.
sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like titty milk,
yeah. So back
know,
in the day,
like titty milk, and that's when
yeah.
I just go.
Back in my day when when you went to KFC, you had to take everything and mix it together if you wanted to eat it that way. Now they have bowls and they put all that stuff in one bowl.
Oh,
Have you
speaking of
seen
bowls, I don't have my bowl any. Go ahead.
No, have you seen that they do that? Like it's a bowl with like mashed potato, gravy, corn, chicken, cheese. I don't know. They put all kinds of crap in it. Now we had to work for our mix. Oh, he's sneezing. Gesundheit.
God damn it! There goes an 8-ball.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway.
Man, I know it's. It sounds like I have a cold. It's because of this shit. I'm allergic to it. It's like it's inflammatory to me. But I just sounded like I just did a couple of lines. I just like the sound. Not that I really want to do it anymore. Ew, gross. Been a while. So gross. You know why it's gross? Because it has the opposite of effect of the beginning of the podcast, where Viagra. What happened? Oh, and the one of the but see, remember I said is that everything is a sword. It's got a good side and a bad side. Well, with cocaine, yes. One of the bad things is no pee-pee for Wayne. Fucking it would retract.
Oh, jeez.
That's how I got good at oral. Couldn't use the other way, so I'm kidding.
No, we know.
I don't do it like that. I do it more like.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, whew. Had a little flashback. Flashback. WSHE number 5. Oh, that's another fun thing about watching those old bowling shows from the 90s. Because the 2 pages that I watch that pop up and give me that stuff, that they pop up and give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
The commercials are still in there, and it's more fun to watch those commercials because they're old and they're like, I remember that.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of shit with movie trailers and stuff, and hearing that old Don LaFontaine, who I used to have the same agent as Don, and that whole thing with In a World, and these old ABC promos for dramas back in the day.
Yeah.
Here, oh my God, it's so funny to listen to that shit. That's one of the fun things about watching those old bowling shows. Besides the bowling itself.
Mm-hmm.
So much Walter Ray Williams, my God, you'd think he won like all those Oh, that's right, he did. But Jesus Christ, him and Norm Duke, all the ones that I watched, it's like, geez, it's so rare to come across one I watch that doesn't have Norm Duke or Walter or both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm like, Jesus Christ, did fucking Norm made more, I think Norm made more shows than Pete. PDW. Pete Weber, who do you think you are? I am. 10 minutes to go, mama. 11. And counting.
11.
It hasn't felt like 3 hours. It felt like 4 because of Beckham being here, but sorry. Oh, and that's what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the Patreon, the Twitter, the Instagram, blah blah blah. There'll soon be a Facebook page, but yeah, and then the Patreon, we're gonna start doing stuff. And I was thinking maybe if you can, because I can't do it. because I can't even download my own thing. I can't even. It's my own fucking video on my fucking YouTube page, but I can't access the download thing to download my own video. The Lord's the thing from Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of cutting it up and throwing some of it on the Patreon to put it behind the wall so it's more sexy, you know, and a little dirty.
Okay.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking of doing, but I don't know. With the way the clips come from the phone, I don't know. We'll try it. We'll see how it works. See what goes down. But I was thinking of putting some of that up. That behind the scenes kind of neat. It's kind of funny. This is one part where we finished one song and Luigi goes. He just yells out from behind one of the cameras. He's like, "Okay, anybody want to take a breather?" And I just that same laugh from at the end of Roadhouse. I just did that. And went, "That'd be nice."
Yeah, I heard that.
Because I'm fucking boiling in that fucking jacket under those lights.
I heard that. Yeah.
I'm like, man, where did I start doing that laugh? My God, that is one crazy. Now I'm starting to understand why I scare some people away when I laugh. Like, my laugh is almost like it's turned into Wagner's laugh. That fucking like, what is that sound? When people hear it.
Yeah.
But his was infectious. Remember how fucking infectious that laugh was?
Yeah.
My God, fucking 5
Yep.
seconds of him laughing, and it doesn't matter
Everybody's
what
laughing.
it was. You're just
Yeah.
going right along with it. You know, he could have been laughing about somebody dying, and you just whatever. This
Yep.
laugh is great, man. I wish I had that fucking thing on tape. I wish I had that laugh on tape.
His laugh. Yeah.
That would be funny. You know, not quite as cool as this, but it would be neat. You know, and not as, you know, but then I still do have. You know, did that work?
I didn't hear it.
The Lisa laugh didn't come through, motherfucker.
There you go. I hear it
Okay,
now.
see, we have that one, but imagine, you know, that's like.
The David.
Yeah,
The
and
David.
of course you get to hear more Lisa's laughs on the opan if you know, when you hear the open, which is not really hard to do because it's right there when you hit play at first. You know what I'm saying? Why am I turning into Jim Carrey? Because I hate it. All right, remove that shit from studio. Get that shit out of there, motherfucker. So, did we go through all pictures, all the stuff that you got on your end, if I can say that?
Yes. Everything that was on my end.
Oh
we
my
got.
God. We hit the list. But then there's
I don't
always.
believe these motherfuckers been to the moon either, but
We
that's
sure
just me.
did.
I just fucking love that.
I don't believe these motherfuckers been to the moon either, but that's just me.
Bill's face.
He's such a douche. Good God, I can't believe people watch that fucking show and actually are entertained or think that
Still on.
think that he's fucking quality. Oh God, talk about a snow job. Speaking of snow, so all right,
No,
we're back.
no snow yet.
We're back.
No
I'm kidding. It was just actually it was just B12.
Did it start snowing yet?
I don't know. Hold on. I don't think so. I think it's supposed to start around 2 a.m.
Bring some back.
There ain't nothing out there yet. It's just fucking cold, that's all. It's been weird, too, because the last week and a half, it's felt like, oh, yep, spring's here. We're good to go. And all of a sudden, what? We're about to get 2 feet? What happened there? You know, like, so everybody in Maine, not everybody, but there's a bunch of people putting up, you know, funny little memes like, just put on the summer tires and, look at that. Look what's coming.
Yeah, we were getting heat, like it was getting hot again. And then what's today? I think it was Wednesday morning. It was just like back down in the, I don't know, like 50s or something in the morning. And it went to the 40s overnight. Like early this week, I guess. It might have been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
All the way down to the 40s. Oh, you poor
Well,
thing.
for Florida.
I know, I'm joking. I know. You in Florida. I get that. I used to live there too. I think that's where we met, right?
So,
Oh,
yes.
no, that was Bora Bora. Remember, wasn't I talking to you about Bora Bora?
Yeah.
And Speaking of that, and then I fucking pull up my Yahoo News, and then there's all kinds of stuff about fucking Bora Bora. I'm like, and then, what else did I go to? There was something else I went to, and there was Bora Bora shit. I'm like, everything's listening. Why do I even have this microphone? What the fuck do I have this for? Everything else is mic'd.
I'm getting
like
a bunch of
fucking
mushroom
Gene
stuff.
Hackman in the Confession, or the is that what
Yeah.
it is? The Confession? No, what's it called?
I don't know.
The one where he's the sound guy.
Mm.
The Francis Ford Coppola movie. Is it The Confession? I think it's The Confession. Gene Hackman, Francis Ford Coppola. I think in 1971. I think it was the year I was born, or the in between year between our birth years. Might have been 70. The conversation, guaranteed, right?
The Conversation.
Fuck yeah, boy! Oh,
19
shit! I wasn't ready because I did the fucking thing. Damn it! Because I had removed something, so that had moved, so I wasn't ready with my button. I didn't have my finger on the, little man on the boat.
It was 74 though.
74, motherfucker! I was right. It was,
Si,
it was in the
senor.
early 70s. Close enough.
Oh, it had Terry Garr, Robert Duvall, Harrison Ford,
Harrison Ford, yeah.
Cindy Williams. Wow.
Yeah. The Shirley.
Yeah.
Well, she was friends with all them because she was in American Graffiti, George
Yeah,
Lucas
that's right.
movie, who of course was friends with Francis.
Mm-hmm.
They had the Zoetrope movie company back in the day.
Wow.
Zoetrope. There's something about this fucking chair sitting at this fucking desk. It's got this weird thing that after a few drinks, it has this thing that makes me have fucking. It's the physical part of the sitting here. This chair, the way it's sitting up, the way it ends up after an hour and a half or so. It starts putting a bubble in my chest, like I got it's fucking almost like I drank carbonated drinks, and this shit ain't carbonated. It's fucking tea. At the end of every whip. Since I went back to this chair, because it didn't happen when I was in the mud room with a different chair, because I was, I make mud, in a different chair. It's called the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that? How about that bidet pic that I sent you?
That was beautiful.
That was great.
Can you switch your chairs?
Oh, I can switch, sister. So, well, no, I just need to get a better chair, but more of an office chair. This is actually like it's a leather. It's in a recliner too, so it's not actually like a desk chair. So that's part
Mine's
of it,
a
I
rocking
guess.
chair.
Oh, don't do that! Don't do that! You're making me wet. Because and also.
Oh God! I dropped
start,
my headphones.
You start rocking around like that, and then that's how you get the little thing in the background. Nice finish, anus. All right. Oh my God, look at that, Sister Pants. Less than 2 minutes left. We're almost out of here, obviously, because I'm gonna have to call the fucking paramedics.
Yeah, every time.
I like the Phil Henry thing. The Edelman call. Okay, I have to go now. I think I'm gonna lose consciousness.
I'm losing a lot of blood.
We had a hurricane come right through New Accounts. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? I can believe it. Oh shit! That's where I just went off my rocker. Oh shit! I lost my can. Man.
Oh man.
Dude, brood, slewed. We just got a rhyme, slime. All right, grime.
When you said you were
God.
getting stuff, I'm getting mushroom stuff on my Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, I got another friend who sent me some bowling shit going. Now, for some reason, now I've got a bunch of bowling shit showing up on my feed. And I went, and of course, how I reacted was, oh shit! I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button because I'm trying to get out of here on time. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Love you, brother.
Love you, sister.
Watch Corbett Report, Jimmy Dore Show, Kim Iverson, Glenn Greenwald, all that. Look for yourself. I'm just a fun babbling lecturer, dabbler, and, you know, there's my backup. Remember, all Neo, a.k.a. One Uno. Sorry, ran long, had to bump comedian Carrot Top. Thanks, Gary. Woohoo! Daddy loves you. Messing with my peoples. Right on.